to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
I'll tell you what, I had one of the all-time nightmarish nights last night in every way possible, and we're going to get to that soon because this is a Christoph if there ever was one.
You know what they say? If every day is a sunny day, then what's a sunny day? You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, it's not that this was a stupid day. This was a beyond stupid day for me, for my wife, just pure stupidity, mostly on my part. There wasn't really stupidity on my wife's part. There was just me being a moron, a lot of self-inflicted damage, and I have a feeling that you might actually, if you had a certain level of respect for me, you may lose it at some point.
You can't let your spouse get too comfortable with you always having everything right.
No. That's not what this was. That's it. Listen, I will accept blame on this, but it was a bad. There was a period last night of about a half an hour that was nightmarish in what was going on. And it was very much like what a horror film would be, and it was completely self-inflicted. If somebody was watching me in this moment, they would be yelling at the screen, "What the hell are you doing?"
It's like,
don't let her do that.
Hey, remember that? It's like that commercial that they had. With the people are like, oh, there's the keys in the car with the running car.
Exactly.
It's like, let's hide behind the chainsaw. and you got the mass murder. He looking like, big tummies.
That was basically it. That was basically what was going on. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube page. John Harbaugh speaking yesterday about the Dexter Lawrence situation.
Anybody can be got, B.
Well, let's have it. Let's get right to it. Here is the situation with Dexter Lawrence, what the head coach has to say about it right now. First of all, on the possibility of him wanting Lawrence to stay a Giant.
We'll find out. I think the prospects are going to be high because the Giants, speaking for the Giants, we want Dexter here, and I believe Dexter wants to be here. That's a good formula, but there's business involved. It's a business proposition. We know it's pro football, and these things happen every year, pretty much on every team, so not surprised by it. Saw it coming a few weeks back probably, and good conversations with Dexter's agent, Joel Siegel, and understood what they were thinking, and this is where we're at, so we'll just try to work through it and see where we can get done.
First of all, I can't remember the last time I heard a head coach name-check an agent.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. He want to let everybody know.
Yeah.
And know who his other clients are, too.
Yep.
And sometimes if you have multiple clients on multiple teams, like you see what's happening right now with Michael Parsons' former agent. I forgot who he has up.
Was it Mulligetta? Was it that guy?
I don't know. I just know that.
Because Jerry was the one who name-checked him.
Yeah, because he's dealing with the receiver.
George Pickens?
Yeah, he's dealing with Pickens. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Right, that deals him to, so like you're dealing with all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So sometimes agents, and teams they'll take it out on the other players that they have. Like, we ain't dealing with this agent. They deal with them because they have to. But, it's always important that your agent keeps the relationship where both sides win. When somebody feels like they got screwed, then they're just going to screw your next client, going down the pike. But when you hear what Dexter Lawrence is reportedly asking for, it's like, hold up, bro. You asking for an $8 million raise with what you gave us last year?
So let's talk about this. This was a terrible, terrible season for Dexter Lawrence. We don't think that this is Dexter Lawrence, the player, do we? Because before that, we had Dexter Lawrence above Quinnen Williams. We had Dexter Lawrence a top 3 defensive tackle in the league. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, but it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay, but here's my point about it. There are times in sports, and it certainly can happen in football, and you please correct me if I'm wrong on this, where somebody loses it quickly.
Yeah,
You're 28 years old.
Happens overnight, brother.
When that happens, like, I don't feel like that's what happened with Dexter Lawrence that quickly. The more people I talk to over the last day or so, the more people are pointing to two things. A, dude was out of shape.
Who fault is that?
Yeah, exactly.
First of all, dude was coming from a dislocated elbow. They ain't got nothing to do with you jogging. It ain't never a time when you have a dislocated elbow where your cardio should be questioned and your ability to stay in shape or get in shape. Now, if you got a lower body extremity, then it's hard. You got to go on the Archer G. You got to run and try and simulate, stuff in the pool treadmill, stuff like that. But if you got a messed up elbow, there's no way your cardio should be jacked up.
So number two is his bad year might have something to do with the fact that he was coming back and all that. But when you look at the rest of the Giants defense, well, he's still eating up all the double teams. Was he? I mean, I'd heard Dave give the statistic this morning that it was something like 55% of the time still double team, something like that.
Okay. Oh, he wants to be paid like Chris Jones. How much is Chris Jones double team?
All
How much
the time.
is Quentin Williams double team?
All the time.
Like, what are we talking about? That's why you get paid the bucks you get. That's why you're making $22 million a year.
So if he's at a point now where he wants more money, is it just strictly trying to compare yourself to somebody else where they exactly were at the same time in your career, but you're coming off what was just an atrocious season where your team was so bad against the run, it wasn't even funny.
Here's why you can't compare him to Chris Jones. Chris Jones has scheme versatility. Chris Jones is like 6'5", maybe 320. He can play DN. He can go both sides. DN go against your right tackle, your left tackle. He can go over your nose guard. He can go over your guard. He can go over your center. Dexter Lawrence isn't capable of doing that. And here's the thing, and this is why it's different as well. You said he couldn't get in shape, right? And we know that big man like Shaq, and we remember all our massive guys back in the day, Snacks, Harris, couldn't stay in shape and stuff like that. But it was fine because he was just Axe to Clark. He was never paid $22 million, even though Snacks got paid decent money. He's asking to get paid money for the type of productivity that doesn't really age well, because you don't usually get in better shape as you get older.
No.
Like, you usually get a better diet when you get older because you realize, hey, I got to lose weight because I have to try and be able to move. And the only way I'm going to be able to move because I'm not getting any faster is to lose weight. So I can move less weight faster. So that's the issue with Dexter Lawrence, and that's what you have to ask yourself. Is this a bad sign or a bad year or a bad sign?
When you see this happen at 28 years old, are you more inclined to think it was just a bad year? Because I certainly would be, but I need the player's perspective here on, listen, you know better than anybody when you're looking at it when a guy's done versus when he's not. And so you can tell me, did it feel like at one point to you that he was done last year? Because it didn't to me.
You know what? I remember like Corey Ivy came to me. It was probably like year 10. And he was like, yo, what happened, Bart? Like, you should be special. Like, and this is my friend. He still texts me all the time. But I just didn't have that extra gear that I used to have. And he noticed it. And the player is the last one to notice it, by the way. Like, because we keep seeing us doing things, and then you have to start figuring out, like, it's just like Michael Jordan, right? Like, I can't dunk at everybody. I don't have the energy. Let me develop the turnaround. Kobe, same thing. And great players find other ways to be effective when they can't just throw the fastball by you. And I don't know if Dexter Lawrence has kind of hit that mark. I don't know if he's just played a lot of football and, his diet and the way he take care of himself. Like, you have to start having those conversations. I remember when I got in the league, Ray Lewis was 260. By the time he left the league, he was 235. Why do you think he did that? Right? Because the game was changing and he was changing. And it used to be a time where you could – I remember one time Snacks the media went to Snacks and they was like, hey, did you hear what Bart said? And he was like, who's Bart? Scott, right? First of all, not only did we have the same we played for the same team, we had the same agent. Yeah. Right? So he was sensitive because I had made a comment and said that in a playoff game that you can personnel him off the field. And basically what I'm saying is you can just spread him out and you go fast tempo. He only got 3 plays. He gets caught on the field. He becomes a liability. And when you're not in shape and you don't have the ability to kind of go back to back to back, and I don't know if this is the case, only Dexter Lawrence knows this. He's to the point where you can formation him off the field. You can personnel him off the field. And Chris Jones, you can't do that because he's a different body type. I don't know if we have a guy that's built like Dexter Lawrence that can make the claim that they make that much money. Metabike is a guy that is give you 13 sacks. And I know a couple years ago Dexter gave you 9.5, but these are guys that can move up and down the line. This is like paying Casey Hampton. You know what I mean? This is like paying Ted Washington. This is like paying well, now I can't even say Big Baby Davis because Big Baby Davis and Albert Haynesworth was a different type of big guy. Mm-hmm. He's a big guy, but he's not Quinnen. Like Quinnen is a guy that can move up and down the line. So if he's not able to one, stay in shape to stay on the court or the field at the same time, and if he's not a guy that's going to help you dominate the run where they can't run even if you're in light personnel, then what's the case?
It's time to get out. For me, from the Giants,
it could be.
The bigger problem here is not that he's in the wrong or anything like that. It's I have a new head coach. I have made such a big deal about how we have to change everything about what we're doing. I have let everybody go and basically tear apart my organization for the last 10, 15 years that I have been so bad since I won a Super Bowl, and I have not been able to find the right answer. And now I have the right answer staring me in the face, and I went out and made that move. Why am I going to let this bump in the road be a problem toward what I'm trying to do this year, even if I thought, you know what, he's going to help me win 2 more games this year than maybe I would have won. Yeah,
and here's the thing, right? You have to think long term. Like you expect Harbaugh to be here for 10, 15 years, right? And what you have to do, you want to sell high. You don't want to sell low. So if you got an opportunity to get a player and you're able to get good value for him, I think it helps you because honestly, I don't think that you're going to get much from the Giants this year. I don't think this is the year. This is kind of a reset year, kind of set the foundation, set the floor. You know what I mean? For like this should be the worst season that they ever have underneath Harbaugh. And so I don't think you're going to win a lot of games with him this year anyway. Not at least I don't think you're better than Dallas. I don't think you're better than Philadelphia. And I think, who knows what's going to happen with Washington because they can kind of get you a run for your money. But you guys should be fighting for last place, right? So, like, if that's the case, you got to sell high. You got to try and pump him up, say Dexter Lawrence is motivated. Last year you got to say all the things that you need to say. He's a great leader, but at this time, his timeline and his desire to win games doesn't match up with our time to kind of reset our program. We have a young team, right? The same reason with Quinnen. We have a young team. Our core now is young.
Yep.
Young running back in Scatterboo, young quarterback, young receiver in Neighbors. Like you got young
tight end Theo Johnson.
Yeah, young tight end, right? We need to be young and grow together. Like and Dexter Lawrence, just his timeline doesn't match up. That's why even though Jamal Adams was a good player, it was time to move on because it didn't match up. If the Jets were going to figure it out, it wasn't going to match up because it's maybe still another year or two of losing for the Giants before they hit the reset button. And you don't need that type of attitude hanging around. Not only he thinks he's underappreciated and undervalued.
So if I have a guy like that, it comes down to hoping for the best or planning for the worst. Which do I want to do? And what I have to do, Bart, in this case, is plan for the worst. I can't hope for the best and hope that I can convince him, hey, you play well this year, we're going to pay you or we're going to get you your more guarantees or any of those things. Like, I need that guy to be exceptionally motivated, and everything over the last year or two has indicated to me that he's been less motivated to be here. Not to play. I am not calling his work ethic or questioning how hard he plays at all. What I'm saying is it's clear when you listen to what Jordan said yesterday that he didn't want to be here. Like, it's not just the money. He don't want to be here anymore. So why do I even screw around with trying to convince somebody to be here when they don't want to be here, and I got a whole new thing in place?
And I can't believe that he said they traded my friends. Man, ain't no damn friends in football. You ain't come in with these people, and you ain't going to leave with them. It's like childbirth, right? You come in alone, you leave alone. Like, they traded my friends. What, are we supposed to take consideration that you guys go out for coffee in the morning? Be a pro, right? And I'm telling you, man, you can't have guys like this around because the first sign of adversity, he going to be in the back of the film room talking junk. He going to be in the hot tub talking junk.
This is my point.
He going to be in the hot box talking junk. And it's going to be some people that's going to say, man, you tripping, because they're going to love what Harbaugh brings, right? Because Harbaugh is going to bring new opportunities and new chances for people that may have had a scarlet letter, right? And maybe people that was already a defined narrative about them that Harbaugh is going to say, I'm going to judge you on myself, on my merit, on your own merit. You got a clean slate with me, right? So those guys are going to be happy that they're getting the opportunity to prove that there's something that the other regime didn't think they were. Then you're going to have the other guys that think, this guy changing everything. I used to be the man. Now these other guys getting opportunities. He like these people. And then it's a natural division. And that's why Rex, when he came here, he brought so many people that knew him, that when those conversations was had, they were shut down, right? That we were saying, hey, man, you stay the course. We had enough voices there. But Dexter Lawrence, we asked last year, who are the leaders for the Giants? Remember we had that question? And we couldn't come up with who's the leader. Like, who's going to stop this from going bad? And if he has the attitude that he had last year.
Shouldn't he have been one of those guys?
Exactly. But now you lean to a guy like Brian Burns. And you say, hey, man, you the captain now. Remember, Dexter Lawrence was here before, and Dexter Lawrence is a 3-time Pro Bowler. He's been everything that we expected him to be. He just hit a bad patch for the last 2 years. But at this point, he's like a jaded ex. You know what I'm saying? And he's going into a relationship with a bunch of scars that you want him to get a fresh start. Great for him. And you want a fresh start, and you get an opportunity. We talked about yesterday when we looked at who the Giants are playing. And that might be the worst starting 10. That might be the worst starting 10 in all of football.
So this is the question that we have for you right now, and the lines we're opening right now, 800-919-3776. Is it keep them and try to make it work, or is it move on? To me, it's move on. We have established, we have tried to work towards something, and it's clear we don't want to get anything done here on his side. So if that's the case, it's time to move on. He wants out. Let's go get what we have to get, and let's move into our new era of football. But I do want to bring up one part of it that would give me a little bit of pause.
Okay.
And that part is the GM. Joe Schoen, we saw firsthand how the whole Saquon thing went down.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Dexter Lawrence is exceptionally close to Saquon. Now, what I'm just saying here is simply this. When you are the GM and you handled something as badly as he did, with all of that, do you earn the right for me to give the GM in this case, or the team, the benefit of the doubt? How do I know that he's not screwing this up too? Now, Harbaugh is calling the shots.
My point. And that you just answered your own question.
Okay, but there is a lack of trust in that front office with the guy that's still there.
You have, listen, Dexter Lawrence no fool. He know where Harbaugh comes from. He know the legacy that he built. That's just like, would we be having this same conversation? Would he be acting like this if that person wasn't named Harbaugh and that person was named Mike Tomlin? He wouldn't have that same energy. But what I'm trying to tell Dexter Lawrence, it's the same person, the same resume, the same caliber of coach. And you either trust the body of work or you don't. Right? This ain't some first-time head coach that you have to discover and has to earn your trust. Like, the reason why they brought in Harbaugh, because he comes with a reputation. He comes with a resume. So you either believe in that resume or you don't. Everybody knows. Like, I'm sure Joel Sherman? What's his name?
Joel Sherman's the Post baseball writer.
Okay. You know. who's his agent?
Joel Siegel.
Yeah, Siegel Beagle. Whatever. Remind me of the Beagle. The Beagle from DuckTales? Never mind. Whatever.
DuckTales was so out of my range. Because I'm older than you, so I didn't watch DuckTales.
I think the Beagle was Scrooge McDuck newspaper. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is he comes with a reputation, and everybody knows that Shane is a lame duck. So you can't hold Harbaugh and his regime to what's happened before, because it's a new boss here. You either believe in a boss or you don't, right? And the fact that you want, and it's the thing, they can send you anywhere, brother. It is a lot of bad organizations out there, and you want money, you can get money. Do you want to win, or do you want to be somewhere in the middle? How important is it to you to try and be the highest paid player at that position? And then, because you can go somewhere and be miserable. We can send you to Oakland. You want to go there? We can send you there. No problem.
We send you to Arizona.
Yeah, we can send you to Arizona. We can send you to Cleveland. We can send you to all these places where you're going to be just as miserable. Or do you want to bet on the fact that you're in one of the biggest markets, that if you believe in yourself, why would you want, like Cam Hayward, right? Cam Hayward bet on himself. He's like, I want more money. But then he produced and had a great season, got paid more money. Every time he asked for it, he get more money. But in this, you got to, this the show me state. You can't be coming off a half a sack. Bro, you got a half a sack. Yeah, the year before you had 9. So which one are you? Are you the 9-sack guy in 12 games? Or are you the half a sack guy called out by legendary Carl Banks with 17 full games? Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to lie. Those Carl Banks comments, and if we can pull those back up so I can play them again, those have been sticking with me for the last 48 hours on this one.
Those are gut punches from
a guy that does not do that.
My point, we have never heard him say that about anybody else.
Here's what it is for those who have not heard. This was Carl Banks back during the season.
Dexter Lawrence, nobody respects you anymore. Nobody. Your opponents do not. The pre-injury Dexter is not there in their heads. They don't respect you. There's a difference. You're on the field. They're blocking you with a 9-year backup center. You're not making a difference. The old Dexter would. There are a lot of things that go into your performance. Only you know what that is. Whether you're still recovering or not, I'm just telling you now, I'm looking at enough tape to know that your opponents don't respect you. Not like they used to. And here's the thing. When Darius Alexander gets in the game, when Roy Robinson gets in the game and they substitute for you.
DJ Davidson,
those guys are making plays against the same guys that are blocking you. I'm going to just say this. Again, I don't know the circumstances. It's time for you to start expecting more of yourself. I don't know if you're injured. I don't know if you fully recovered. But it's time to start asking more of yourself because they don't respect you.
Listen. We haven't talked to Carl in a while, but at the same time, when he made those comments during the year, this is a respected NFL voice who does not throw that around. He doesn't just destroy somebody to destroy somebody. And that, in saying that they don't respect you, it's not as a person, it's your opponent is looking at you and how you're playing, and he is not worried about you. That's what he means.
Could you imagine if Quentin Williams was getting blocked by the backup center, one-on-one? We would come here and be like, what the hell happened to Quentin Williams? And that's what you have to ask yourself about Dexter Lawrence. And this is the thing. What's even worse than if he's not good? If wasn't motivated and he played with less effort, that's even worse. Because that means that his effort is selective. And you don't play anybody selective. And Dexter Lawrence, to his credit, did respond. Hit it up for me, Tom.
I hope they start not respecting me because that's not what's showing on the field. It's showing a lot of respect on the field.
Were they?
It's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Because the film suggests that they're playing you with backup players and they're not double teaming you. They're single blocking you because they don't think that you are a factor. So they rather say, you know what, instead of sitting on Dexter, we don't have to worry about him. Let's work up to the linebacker or Okereke, get in his face, and let's run the ball down their throat. And he can't say that they were. So who was it then? Because we know for a fact that Carter played better at the end of the year. We think that Thibodeau played okay. And we know that Brian Burns played at a all-pro level.
And some people will argue that Brian Burns had a lot of his productivity because Dexter Lawrence is getting double-teamed all the time. I don't think that's a fair thing to say. But Brian Burns, first of all, Brian Burns, before he got here, was a tremendous player.
Correct. That's why they paid him the money. But the thing is, then why couldn't you stop the run? They ain't got, him getting to the passer got everything to do with the pass. Listen, I've been here. I've done that. I've seen it. Once you get to this point with a player with a new coach, you got to get rid of him, man, because everything has to go perfect for you to be able to keep him. So many more things can go wrong where it sabotages, and then it's another bad film, or you send him home because you get into it, or he gets into an argument with his defensive line coach on the sideline, and now he's disrespecting authority, and now you got to sit him down, or he doesn't start the game, or he's only playing first and second down. You're taking him out during those times. It gets ugly, man, and you don't need this around a young team. You don't need this poison. Once you ask for to be out, and you're saying you want this much and you don't deserve it, you're not willing to prove to a new coach, then, bro, it's time to move on. And I tell you what, the Giants would be so much better. And I know it doesn't sound like it, but in the long run, if you can sell him high, on him, because the thing is, if he comes in and he gets injured, you lose all leverage to be able to move him, and you say, hey, I'm going to wait till the trade deadline and try and get something for him, then you cut it in half as far as what you're able to get, instead of having all the teams bid for him right now, when you can get salary cap relief, you can get draft pick compensation, and you're going to be able to, and like I said, you bring DJ Reader in, I think you may get better productivity, and you're going to be able to maybe get Brian Thomas, or able to get draft picks or a player and draft equity. That's a win-win.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. So it's simple. Is it as cut and dried as keep him and make it work, or just move on and get it out of the building so that you don't have any problems going into the season with a new coach? 800-919-3776. Got some great comments coming in on the ESPN New York YouTube chat as well. We will get to those shortly. Bart and Carlin just getting started. Lines are open now at 800-919-3776.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Checking on the LIE, two problems. Eastbound side LIE by the Clearview, an accident blocking one lane, and then in Nassau County by Willis Avenue, an accident blocking the right lane. Glen Cove 107 closed. The building fire. That's both ways between Cedar Swamp Road and Pound Hollow Road. George Washington Bridge, a crash on the upper level into New York. It's a 25 to 30 minute delay. Two left lanes are closed on the upper level under the apartments. Lower level better. Lincoln and Holland tunnels not so bad. 287 remains closed in New Jersey southbound at exit 5 at South Plainfield because of a crash investigation. Multiple mile delays in both directions. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Let me say this. If you're an experienced superintendent in Jersey and you know you're better than the situation that you're in, Tricon Construction wants to talk. They're building serious multifamily, medical, and industrial projects across the state, and they're looking for leaders, not babysitters, real projects, real support, real backing from ownership. If you're ready to step into something bigger, go to triconbuilds.com/careers. That's triconbuilds.com/careers. And yes, it's confidential.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
What you're missing right now is Bart getting a screw job behind the scenes. Johnny Pickham's coming in, dropping a bomb with about 30 seconds left before we come back from break. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. John is masterful at doing this thing, John Winthrop, of coming in and hitting us with a little bit of news so you don't really have much time to react to it. But then later on, it's, I told you all about that. What are you talking about?
As he walked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, just watch part of the game.
No. Listen, I'm going to need you for 15 hours one day.
That's the thing.
I'm going to need you two guys to wash cars out in front of the Beach Bash.
That's the thing. It's a watch party.
And we love doing the watch parties with fans.
Yeah, but it's usually a watch party. This is a watch party and a Beach Bash show party.
Well, because we got the World Cup going on. So we're talking about doing that.
I understand that. But also, if it was going to be at MetLife, how about, the former Jet get in one of the suites and be part of the World Cup?
But the watch party, I don't know if this game that we're talking about is going to be at MetLife, first of all.
Okay.
It's watch it at the Beach Bash or after the Beach Bash with fans. Because Bar A is tremendous of loading up people and being able to have a big event there. But it's also...
That's like 15 hours worth of alcohol consumption, too.
It is.
About Beach Bash after dark is what we're talking about. You
want to hand him the bill, put it on Winthrop. 800-919-3776.
Craig, give me your card, Craig.
800-919-ESPN.
You're going to save money on Giannis.
Let's get we'll get to that because that's coming.
Oh, Craig, I love being right. It might have took me an extra year, Craig, but I told you.
Derek in Hillside is up on ESPN New York. Derek, what's going on, bud? You're starting us off today.
What's going on, guys? Glad to be on with you guys. You guys are spot on when talking about Dexter Lawrence. Like, when you have a new regime coming in, you don't need the distractions. And for him to do this at this time, like, it's like the worst timing it could be. And I just feel like they need to just, get what you can get for him right now. Of course, I know the Giants want top, dollar for him, like whatever deal they can get. But at this point, whatever you can get for him, that's, some way decent, it definitely would be the best time for them to just do that right now.
Hey, D.
Right.
How about give me Brian Thomas in your second-round draft pick? That way I got a first-round receiver to go with Neighbors, his former teammate. He going to be jacked up on Mountain Dew. Now I just helped Jaxson Dart. And then I signed DJ Reader, man. DJ Reader is still out there, 31 years old. He's going to be able to play the run, plug that in. And is he Dexter Lawrence? No. Is he a bum? No. But you're going to have a second-round draft pick that you can pair with your other second-round draft pick and move back into the first round and maybe get a guy like Banks or move back into the first round and be aggressive and throw in one of your compensatory picks or something like that, and then get you a young, cheap guy to learn under DJ Reader. But now you just helped your offense, so who cares? Because you have a guy like Brian Thomas, you may be able to put up more points, which means now you can put your NASCAR package out there where you put Thomas or you put Brian Burns over the guard, and now you have your 3 pass rushers out there, and now you're better because now you're playing for the track meet because now you actually can score points.
Exactly. You're a man with a plan, Bart. Like, that's exactly the type of plan that they should be looking for. If you can't get Brian Thomas, that's the exact deal they should be looking for because he wants out of Jacksonville anyway. So if you get him in a second-round pick, that would be ideal for them. And you could get like a Caleb Banks, from Florida.
Yeah.
Later rounds.
The one thing that they're saying about this draft is that this is not the draft if you are looking for a high-level defensive tackle. But that doesn't do anything for me when I'm talking about this situation. That has nothing to do with it.
Listen, because you're going to be able to save from his salary, you can go out and you can go out and you can get other players. You can go out and get other players at other positions. You can go out and do what you need to do. Hey, how about we go out and get we draft Banks and we sign DJ Reader and David Njoku. Oh no, I forgot. You don't need that. You got my boy from Baltimore,
Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, my bad.
All right,
you good.
Couple things here on the YouTube chat. Eitan Tomlinson, when he's healthy, he's a top 3 defensive tackle. He's 12th highest paid. Either trade him or give him a raise. It's not rocket science. My thing is that if they have already clearly not wanted to give him a raise off of a bad year, why do I just go ahead and give him the raise now and assume he's going to play great?
Who does that? Who has a bad year?
Bad organizations do that.
Who say, hey, I had a bad year. Yeah, but give me an $8 million raise.
Yeah, by the way, who was the other guy that didn't show up for offseason work yesterday? Paulson Adebo.
Oh, man.
Who got the other big number last year?
Bro, I might be moving all y'all ass.
John Harbaugh, is Adebo's absence excused?
There's no excuse or unexcused. It's voluntary. Guys come or not come according to their choosing. Voluntary time of year. We just got done 45 minutes ago, so I'm not exactly sure. But it's his right. It's his reason. Whatever his reason is, I'll be interested to hear it. But it is what it is. It's okay.
Exactly. Like, if you're not going to show up, at least have the balls to tell your coach why you're not showing up and tell him that you're not showing up. Like, don't just let it be a surprise. Anybody seen Paul? Nope. Like, everybody made a big deal about Lamar Jackson showing up, not showing up. He showed up with his new coach. Right, and it was a big deal because what? He had to show up. So you got Paulson Adebo, right?
Yep.
So you got Paulson Adebo not showing up, and doesn't he have to learn a new system?
Yeah, I mean, defensively, absolutely.
So what we talking about?
Well, here's a couple other things. Primo Sabe, opponents looking at him like he's nothing. I don't know, nothing's a word. That also hurts his trade value too, though, Bart. Well, why then? There's obviously still ability in there, and teams are lining up. You listen to Adam Schefter, and they're getting ready to fire away with offers
because they know that he may just need a change of scenery. sometimes it just listen. I had only a couple of losing seasons in my career, and it's like death. It's like, man, the season seems like it's moving so slow. You have practice, like, man, anybody touch me today, I'm punching them in the face. You know what I'm saying? Bet nobody say nothing to me. Like, it's like you hearing the blah, blah, blah. Like, and the good thing for me, a couple of my losing seasons was early on because we was the youngest team in NFL history. So I was excited just to be in the NFL and play. So I don't even remember those. Like, but the year after when we were 8-8. It was like death. We were 8-8. The year when Santonio Holmes almost got beat up by Brandon Moore inside the huddle when we was playing when we win the game, we go to the playoffs.
Yeah, the Miami game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was my bad season. Like, I don't know if I can take it, man.
Did you only play for 2 head coaches in the league? Was it only Harbaugh and Rex?
3.
Who was the third? Oh, you played for Billick.
Brian Billick.
You played for Billick. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that confused on the timeline for a moment.
Yeah, but you got to think Harbaugh was only 1 year.
Yeah.
So Rex 4, Harbaugh 1, and
Billick like 6.
Yeah, Billick 6.
Yaya checking in.
Yeah.
On the chat. He's going to want a new contract with anyone he gets traded to. He has 2 years left. He's going to get traded. They need the salary cap relief, and they want picks for Harbaugh to bring in players he wants. Yeah. Listen, they may not get – they're not getting 2 number ones for him, okay?
Well, you didn't get that for Quentin Williams.
Yeah. But you're going to get a late 1 and a 2 next year?
You're going to get a late 1 and a 2, and I'm going to get mad salary cap relief, so that means I get money to spend, right? And listen, I wouldn't be surprised if they clear some money up, if they go like trade or get a guy like Marlon Humphreys to come over and kind of set the tone as like the big nickel or somebody like that. He's already tried to turn this thing. Listen, do you see what he's doing? He went and got, what's the big fullback they went and got? Ricard. Right, listen, he trying to make this like a ground and pound, respectful, physical team. And you need, like Mike Tomlin used to say, I want volunteers, not hostages. And he's going to, listen, because what happened is, and what Rex would expect, he would expect a guy like Ricard or Likely to get up in Dexter's face if he on that bull stuff.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We'll get to the other stories of the day. The Vrabel, Dianna Russini story is not good, but we'll get into that and certainly the dynamics that are at work there. And we have plenty to come on Giannis and some stuff that I thought Alan said yesterday that was particularly interesting. And we will play that for you in a bit in case you didn't hear it. So we're just getting rolling, and the lines are heating up at 800-919-3776.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ THSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087, or simply visit tra.com.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft, presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk, ESPN New York.
We're going to have a Christoph today, and we're going to get to it, but we got a lot of calls up right now because of last night's just absolute debacle in my household, and specifically not in my household. It was off in the woods. I had my own Pine Barrens episode, if you will, last evening from The Sopranos. 800-919-3776. Let's hit Khalil. He is up next on ESPN New York. Khalil, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good, fellas. I'm good. Calling from Nashville, Tennessee. I love listening to you guys every day to keep up on my Giants. Listen, this is what they need to do. Trade Dexter Lawrence, get some draft ammunition so they can go up, move up to get Arch Manning next year. Jaxson Dart ain't the guy, and damn. I know people are like, you crazy for that. All I'm saying is this. Years ago, when Arizona drafted Josh Rosen number 10, what did they do? They turned around and took Kyler Murray number 1.
But remember one thing about that. They completely cleaned house when they did that.
With Kingsbury, yeah. Like, I think Harbaugh ultimately decides. And Harbaugh's, won with Joe Flacco. He's won. Listen, but I got a trade for you if you want to do it. Let me check this out. Let me go to the old Spokey track. I mean, it depends on how bad they they want, but because I know Tennessee Titans are spending mad money, and you got a guy like Robert Saleh down there that's building, a team. How about 1-for-1? I'll give you this guy. You give me your guy. This is like the Luka AD trade, but I want a second round or a third round too. How about I'll give you Dexter Lawrence. You give me Jeffrey Simmons.
Oh.
And give me a third. Huh?
I'd love for him to do it.
I mean, that's 1-for-1. Listen, that's 1-for-1 for me. But you got to give me a little bit more. Tennessee has the fourth most salary cap space than anybody in the NFL. Robert Saleh wants to be a defensive guy. I know Jeffrey Simmons is that dude, but Brian Daboll will probably vouch for Dexter Lawrence. And I think Dexter Lawrence is a younger player.
How old is Jeffrey Simmons? Is he 30 yet?
Probably. I know he's older.
Yeah.
He's older than
he's older than Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he probably feels like he has a better chance in winning with Harbaugh than you do with Robert Saleh.
I don't hate it.
That way, Dexter Lawrence gets his money. Simmons comes over, and you actually probably get better as far as Simmons is a better pass rusher, and he's about that life too.
I don't hate it.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So now we can have Jets, Giants, South like we could be.
But if you're trying to, here's the only thing: if you're trying to save money on the cap, how much is Simmons making?
Less than Dexter Lawrence.
How much less?
I give him, and you know what I do? Out of spite, I give him an extension at like 20, at like Dexter wants 30. I give him an extension at like 25.
Yeah, he's at 25.6.
Yeah. Dexter's at 22. So listen, I'll do that. I'll give him an extension.
He's still sitting there.
He's 28.
He's 28 right now. He's going to be 29 for this coming season.
There we go. Bye. Go play with your boy then.
Moose, Jamaica, next. ESPN New York. Moose like 5'10", 5'8".
No, I'm actually 6'1", 200
Okay,
pounds, but
Moose.
I look like I'm $170.
Okay, Moose.
You can't be $170 and be nicknamed Moose.
It's like being called tiny. You're 350.
No, I'm heavy boned. Like I'm East African. I have
I'm heavy boned. Yeah, I used to use that too.
I'm serious. I have a marathon runner's body.
Okay.
But this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I have to say this. All right, Dexter Lawrence is too important to what the Giants are going to do defensively.
Is he?
To actually be functional. Because listen, because Micah McFadden got injured, Abdul Carter had to be the Swiss Army knife middle linebacker. And because Dexter Lawrence takes up too many deep double teams, Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau and get the pass rush going. So you give him $5 to $6 million this year of a raise, and then you backload whatever top 5 money for a defensive tackle he wants in the next 2 to 3 years because he only has 4 to 5 years left.
Hey, Moose.
You have to do it.
Moose, you do know that you're in salary cap hell right now, right? You do know that.
Money will come up. If you need to cut Darius Slayton to save an extra $5
you can't.
million,
You just paid Dexter. You just paid Slayton, so you can't get money back in the salary cap because you just paid him not too long ago. Like what's wrong with Moose? What's wrong with getting DJ Reader for $5 million?
He's not going to allow Dexter. He's not going to allow Brian Burns,
DJ Reader,
and Abdul Carter to have the Pro Bowl season.
DJ Reader won't.
Dexter Lawrence taking up double. He's not Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence really had 12 sacks.
Tell me this. Who is
as a defense?
Moose, who is Dexter Lawrence? Tell me who, because I know who he used to be. I know who he used to be.
Dexter Lawrence is still a player that can disrupt the run and get an effective pass rush on a double team. He can still occupy 2 guys that allow your edge.
It's a lot of fat people. It's a lot of fat people that can do that. Hey, let's do this, Moose.
I'll stand there and take up the space. I can only let him go so long.
Yeah.
He's on there 2 minutes. You get your 2 minutes, you move on. Anyway, go ahead.
Let's play the game then. Let's play the game in I'd rather have than Dexter Lawrence. Like let's do that one. Because I think that's something that we can talk about. Like when you want to be paid the highest of any position, then you have to say, like, where do you rank now? Not 2 years ago. Where do you rank as far as the position? That's what I'm talking about. Like Dexter Lawrence, is he better than Metabike? And Metabike didn't even play last year, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's hard to say when he didn't play.
Okay, is he better than Quinnen Williams?
No.
Is he better than Chris Jones?
No.
Is he better than Josh Allen out there in Denver?
Oh, is it Bo Allen or is it no?
No, it's Josh Allen.
And Josh Allen, is he the one in
Denver?
Okay,
he's a D tackle, right?
Okay.
Right, I can go down the list. I would
It's
probably
like four
say,
Josh Allens now.
Yeah, it's like the Jalen in basketball.
I'll tell you what. Just this aside, like the point is there, right?
But he wants to be paid the highest,
right? Is he better than these guys? He's same level. I don't think he should be paid the highest coming off of a terrible season.
I don't think you should get a raise.
I don't either.
Based on the season.
No. How about Brian in Jersey City? Brian, you're on ESPN New York.
How y'all doing, Bart Carlin? I'm just calling. The previous caller made a great point. And that trade of Bart that you said about Dexter for Jeffrey. Jeffrey just came off an all-pro first-team all season, 11 sacks. I think we would have to give up a pick. I wouldn't do it. I don't want to get rid of Dexter Lawrence because I don't know if Jordan told y'all this, but run defense has been bottom third like the past 3 years. And the stats with him on the field and off the field is very, very troubling. So getting rid of him, yeah, you trade him, you get some picks, but like, what are we going to do to fix that hole up the middle?
But I said DJ Reader for $5 million. I said DJ Reader and then draft you a young guy. Like, I'm giving you the solution.
Yeah.
DJ Reader, no matter what you want to say or what you think about it, he's a good football player. Why he's still out there, maybe because he's waiting for the right opportunity, because he's a guy at 31 years old that has to wait, but he's only 31 years old.
I'll tell you, it's just so bothersome without getting into the weeds on it to once again look at the cap and how bad this is. It's
the worst starting 8.
Guys talk about cut Darius Slayton, you'll save $5 million. No, you won't. Actually, you cut him and you save $140,000. And if you do it after July 1st or June 1st, you save $3 million. That's nothing, especially after June 1st. Javon Holland. Like, Bart, look at how the defense played as a whole last year. They paid Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo a boatload of money, and there is nothing going on there.
You know what they were doing? They were sitting in there in the free agency draft room, and everybody just stopped and turned around and looked at Shane. Like, you mother, we can't spend nothing. You spent all the damn money. You son of a.
4 of the top 6 players are defensive players. 4 of the top 6 paid players are defensive players. And that's how your defense played last year.
And that's the defense.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Royals on Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day, Sunday, April 19th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Let me say this. If you're an experienced superintendent in Jersey and you know you're better than the situation that you're in, Tricon Construction wants to talk. They're building serious multifamily, medical, and industrial projects across the state, and they're looking for leaders, not babysitters, real projects, real support, real backing from ownership. If you're ready to step into something bigger, go to triconbuilds.com/careers. That's triconbuilds.com/careers. And yes, it's confidential.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
I'll be the first to admit it's not a great look. It's not a great look. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. So there is the pictures that are out there that hit page 6 of Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel at a resort that is a couple of hours away from where the NFL owners' meetings were. And so the pictures are of the two of them hanging out by the pool, in a hot tub at one point, hugging at one point on a bridge, and like holding hands for a moment. It doesn't look good. Let's put it that way. It doesn't look great. Now, I'm just going to preface this by saying Diana's our friend. Like, at least for me, and
yeah,
I know
she's the homie.
You've known her for a long time. I have too.
Worked together too.
Yep. And worked at ESPN together, and we're big fans of her personally. Like this, the first thing that comes to mind is I just, first of all, hope for the families involved here that this is not as bad as it's publicly being portrayed. And I want to be the first to say she's our friend, and we might be colored by that a little bit.
It was,
but we don't know all these specifics here of exactly what's going on.
It was a statement released by them too, I believe.
They both said that we were there with other people as well, and there haven't been any pictures of anybody else there, just the two of them at one point.
Yeah, but the issue is probably the hugging and the hand holding.
Yes,
right.
I would say that's the worst part of it.
And that's the tough part, because what happens is too, now people are going to dig deeper. It's going to be, hey, how many stories or things did she break from inside of Patriots type of news and stuff like that? And, it goes back, just like the gambling thing, sometimes just goes to the integrity of the game and seeing, you have to question information that you get now and all that type of stuff. And, it also, if this turns out to be the worst case scenario, the integrity and the whole women in sports type of thing, when you have men and women meshing together, it's a delicate balance.
There are a few things at work here. Number one, we can all admit it's not a good look.
Yep.
And those are some tough pictures to try to explain at home for sure. Number two, there are times where things are taken out of context for sure. Doesn't mean these were, doesn't mean these weren't. That's what the two of them are saying, that this is out of context, that we were there with other people. Okay. Number three, when this kind of thing happens, for women specifically, this is much more harmful to Dianna than it is to Vrabel.
Correct.
Like, Vrabel will get asked about it, I'm sure, once or twice in a press conference. This really hurts Dianna because there are so many different things here. Now, having worked in this industry for a really long time, do things happen? Of course they do. Things happen. But I also know a lot of, and women really take the brunt of this, guys in locker rooms and outside of locker rooms are worse at gossiping than women. I can tell you that for sure. And so many times I have heard rumors about different people, and you find out that they're not true. And so women, in a lot of ways, as reporters, are really just completely hosed, because those rumors are going to be out there no matter whether they want them or not, and there's really nothing they can do about it, and it sucks. It sucks to have to see that, especially for people that try to handle themselves the right way. Now, again, as I look at this, I don't know what happened, but I want to think that if we're going to get all over Dianna and rip her to shreds for this, I understand why that happens. But why is it that we don't characterize relationships between male reporters and coaches as anything? Case in point, and this is not a personal shot, Jay Glazer. Let's just talk about Jay Glazer for a moment, because Jay is a guy that worked his way into this career through relationships, through friendships with players and
Relationship
coaches.
is a relationship business.
Exactly. And Jay, last week at those same owner meetings, put out a video on Twitter of himself with about 15 different NFL coaches hanging out and drinking and saying, we do this every year to talk about the challenges that we face as people. I don't want to see that just as much as I wouldn't want to see this with Dianna. Like, so does Jay catch any heat over that, over having relationships, not intimate, but relationships with players that are, where he's close with players and coaches, and that's how he gets his information? He trains them in his MMA studio.
Yeah, I mean, we all have insiders. I think you hit the nail on the head when you talk about romantic relationships, right? And because, just like the CEO that got fired when he got caught at the concert, right?
Yeah.
Because it brings to question your decision making, and it brings to question the information in which you may or may not have been, because you know that if you care for somebody and you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, you're going to protect that person, or you're going to hurt that person if it goes bad, right? So I think that's what comes up. People don't care. You can mess with whoever you want to mess with. You're a grown person. That's something you have to deal with at home. But when you talk about the integrity or the information that may be released from that relationship, because we all have like insiders, we all have moles, right? Remember we joke about Pettin and what's his name?
Manish.
And Manish, right? We talk about those relationships because a great reporter and a great coach wants to have those relationships because they want to have the benefit of the doubt. And we have these instances that never gets reported or never gets videotaped, where the interactions at Senior Bowl, the interactions at Elmo's, the interactions at the Combine. These are when all these times happen, and you have to have these type of relationships because it's a codependent type of industry. But you also have to understand where to draw the line, and if this is a relationship, then maybe the line was crossed. But this is a personal relationship that affects two people and two families.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the NFL, so to speak.
So, couple of things more about this. Number one, The Athletic has already come out and backed her up. Has already come out, and that's the New York Times.
You just got to be honest.
Yeah.
Like whenever something like happens, you got to be honest.
And no matter what's going on there, they feel confident enough in the situation to back her up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Number 2, what really bothered me about this is what nobody talks about. When you find stories or you read stories that are salacious about people or negative about people, especially in our industry, the first question you should always be asking yourself is who benefits from this? Because are you going to tell me,
damn, Rachel
no offense,
Nichols. Why Rachel Nichols? No, I'm just playing.
Are you going to tell me that Mike Vrabel and Dianna Russini are on the level of fame where there are just paparazzo hanging out at that particular resort?
In Phoenix.
Outside Phoenix. Like an hour and a half outside of Phoenix. Are you telling me that's the case? Because if you are, you're full of crap. So what I think is truly somebody is targeting somebody here.
Yeah.
Somebody went after it and said, I don't know if it's somebody at the resort and said, hey, you may want to get a camera here. Mike Vrabel's doing this. But you look at these cameras.
Let me tell you something.
You look at these pictures. They're off from a distance. You know, this is the kind of thing to me.
This is with a zoom lens. This is with a lens.
So who benefits from this? Well, the people that either don't like them or don't or have personal grudges or have professional grudges against them. That's my take, because I immediately go to,
no, of course.
This is an awfully convenient picture for somebody to go after and find.
I mean, let's be honest. How many people in society can pick Dianna Russini out of a lineup? Maybe Vrabel because he's a man of a particular size.
You might be a big-time NFL fan and be at that place and see that. It could be, because a big-time NFL fan would know Dianna and would probably know, and would certainly know Vrabel.
I wouldn't know that. Listen, she's my friend. And
yes,
if I saw
know.
her from a distance, I'd be like, huh?
I'm saying you would have to be a deep, in-the-weeds NFL fan. But
in Phoenix, Arizona.
Sedona, which is like an hour and a half from there at a quiet resort.
Yeah, man. But you'll also have to be a fan that's savvy enough to call the paparazzi. I don't know how big TMZ is in Sedona. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they have a base in Sedona.
I don't think they do, the last time I checked. Now, we're getting a lot of this on the chat, and I understand, where people are just going to say, KJ Jammer, Chris, stop trying to defend her.
But why you say her? Now, why not him?
Exactly. That's
the thing.
one.
That's the thing.
That's one. He bears no fault. If this is an inappropriate relationship, he bears none. Secondly, it's not defending her. I truly don't know what's going on here. Is there a picture of them making out and I missed it? No. Is there, I am the first to tell you this does not look good. And this, if that happened to me, that would be an awfully tough thing to try to explain at home.
I'm less concerned about the hug than I am about the hand holding.
The hand holding, I agree. That's the thing.
But like all of us, no matter what, if I see a reporter that I knew, if I saw Mike Preston back in the day, I'm gonna give him a dap and I'm gonna it's gonna be the what's up.
Yeah.
If I saw back in the day Sage Steele, I give her a kiss on the cheek and a hug. It was nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like her brother works for the team. Like she gave me my first interview. She was there when my son was born with my first interview. So it was never anything like that.
If you want to point to this and you're going to make a big deal about it, listen, it's salacious. It's people love to do this. It obviously is clicks and all that.
So I need to know, was it walking, hand holding, or was it?
No, it was a picture of the two of them.
Yes.
Holding each other's both hands.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Yeah, like hey.
So it wasn't like we're off walking on the beach.
Okay. So if it's the holding the hands, then the hug, and we had other people there. It's kind of like
you're having an earnest conversation with somebody.
Like, how you doing? It's good to see you.
I mean, could be that, or it could be the other thing. My point is,
or it could be, hey, Zaddy.
What really does bother me about the whole thing, is, and I don't mean to sound Pollyanna about this, okay, or naive, but I just see so many women deal with this every day in our industry, and so many times it's not true. Are there times it's true? Yeah, there are. Absolutely there are.
Well, the thing is,
so many times it's not true.
Time will tell. That's the beauty of it, right? Time will tell, I'm sure.
And a guy never catches a damn bit of flack over it.
But you know how it is because it's being reported on by a guy, I'm sure. We're guys talking about it, so we talk about it from our perspective.
So the only problem, the only way Vrabel's going to catch any heat is really at home.
Yeah.
But Diana's going to have to deal with somewhat of a scarlet letter here.
Yeah.
And I think that double standard sucks. It completely sucks. But I'm not going to deny that it's a tough look.
With that being said, who knows what happens now? You know what I mean? Going forward, like what Vrabel has to deal with, and also like with the Patriots as an organization. I mean, because it's just another thing that the Patriots have to deal with, and as a head coach, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're not a distraction.
Yeah.
You tell your players not to be a distraction and make smart decisions to do things like that, and it's kind of hard for you to go in there and be able to report or tell guys to do something when you're not practicing what you preach, so to speak.
Let's see here. Tutty time. Chris, at the very least, it's incredibly unprofessional to be in a bikini. She wasn't. She was in a bathing suit.
They're at a pool.
Holding hands with him. He is also wrong, of course. There should be professional distance between both of them. That's what I'm talking about on the.
It's not distance.
Let's talk about that for a second. There are so many people that have relationships one who's a reporter and one who's an athlete or an executive or something like that or a coach, and they're friends. Like, you want to talk about inappropriate relationships? What about Francesa and Parcells back in the day? How close did they? I mean, Mike basically played that up that they were best friends all the time.
Yeah.
That's not inappropriate, my point. But my point is, like, there are these relationships everywhere. It's not a shot at Mike. Trust me, if I'm taking a shot at Mike, you'll know it. In this case, it's not. He had that. Jay Glazer had this. He's hanging out. Oh, my God, Strahan made his career.
He's got a job, yeah.
Jay was a Cub reporter for the New York Post.
LeBron and Wendy.
And Strahan basically took him under his wing and did everything he could to introduce him to guys and all that. And I don't think, Jay would deny that.
Yeah.
Jay would not deny that he is friends with all of these coaches and all of these players. So if you think that there is like some way of naturally defining a line between coaches and reporters and players and reporters, you're out of your mind, because now more than ever, especially the amount of pressure that's involved in those jobs.
Yeah, and a unique thing is she may have covered Vrabel as a player too. So they could have had a relationship that way. Could have caught him on the tail end when she was just getting into the league. I know Kim was in the locker room with me with the Jets. So was Janae, and we became colleagues later. You know, so it's like, and we were all young, the same age, so we were at the same clubs and stuff like that at the same time. That's what happens. And then you become a coach, and you think that relationship is severed? It's not.
I've seen it a lot. And the thing that I feel bad the most about is certainly the families and their situation in this, but more than anything, the amount of women that have to deal with this all the time and the amount of times that it's just not true.
And then if it is true, then you can't put that scarlet letter on every woman.
No, you can't. But it happens. Again, immediately, who is everybody going after? Dianna. Because it's easy to go after Dianna, and you're like with Vrabel, oh, well, whatever. He's just, okay.
Guys will be guys.
I'll take a couple calls on it. Subi, Midtown, is on ESPN New York. Subi, what's going on?
Yeah, Carlin, your take is kind of flawed because obviously the pictures show it. These are two grown individuals who are obviously bored of their home life, enjoying vacation time, NFL vacation time. So the conflict of interest here is Dianna Russini reports on the Jets quite often. She reports on the entire league. Yeah, but with her Jets points, it's been relating to Woody Johnson. Obviously, we know he's a bad owner, but also with Rob Saleh, she was reporting quite news that sometimes.
Subi, are you trying to get to the point that Dianna is reporting against the Jets because of Mike Vrabel?
Some part of me believes that, and I also believe that.
Yeah, Subi, you shouldn't, because first of all, when it comes to that kind of thing, not going to do that. Like, I will defend her integrity on that kind of thing. There's no way that you personally go after her for that.
right. Say that again, Ray. Does every reporter have a relationship with Mike Vrabel?
I mean, and by the way, Mike Vrabel, do you think he gives a damn about the Jets? He doesn't give one you-know-what about the Jets.
He uses it to get more money. Hater.
If it was Belichick, I might believe it a little bit more.
Vrabel did flirt with us to use us.
Yeah, that's it. He was never coming to the Jets. But do you think Vrabel even thinks about the Jets? It's like that line from Mad Men. I don't even think about you.
The only person that does, and I don't get it, is Peyton Manning.
Brian in Sleepy Hollow is up next. Brian, what's up?
Hey, guys. You're making fair points with Dianna and everything, how it certainly is a double standard. But I don't know. It's
not a good look, Brian. Hey, Brian, listen, there's no getting around the fact that it's not a good look.
Yeah, everything else you could say it's like kind of innocuous, but you don't interlock fingers with someone that you're not,
Well, they were holding hands like in front of each other, like holding both hands.
I know, but
wasn't interlocking fingers.
That's pretty intimate. That's pretty intimate in my opinion.
Hey,
so
like I said, that's a tough one. I would have trouble at home explaining what that was. I don't know about you. I would certainly have trouble explaining what that was.
Yeah, I would have to put phone books around my ribs. You know what I'm saying? Never know when the wife going to come with the shank.
And I don't mean to laugh at it because, listen, are we biased? Yeah, maybe a little bit because she's been a good friend. And I only want the best for her in all of this.
But I'll tell you what, her employer is backing her up. And
it's the New York Times, and I know people have their different political opinions and all that stuff. Like, just political opinions aside, as far as being a reputable thing, I mean, it's the New York Times, for Pete's sake.
And the thing is, you're going to have to prove it. Because now you got to pull out all the receipts.
Yeah.
Tell everybody who was there. They came out later, like this Sony show. And, we don't know how many pictures there are. You don't have to go to the film because it could be pictures where the rest of the people that were there come and he may greet them the same way. You just never know. I mean, I'm an old church boy. I kiss everybody on the cheek.
Listen, I'm not going to.
nothing by it 90% of the time.
What I really, really, really don't like is that it feels like when you look behind this, that they were kind of targeted to me. That's what it feels like.
Of course. Because TMZ ain't there for no other people.
No. That is.
Who else is in Sedonia?
Yeah, that is either somebody calling somebody and telling them, hey, I recognize these two people, or it's B, somebody's following somebody.
Because if it was more people that checked in together, then you wouldn't even make that statement.
Anselm in West Orange is up next. Anselm, what's up?
My name's Mike Abel.
A pleasant good morning to you guys. I'm a first-time caller. I listen to you guys every single day. I'm actually from Trinidad and Tobago, but I like your program. But both of you guys this morning took SpaceX and went up to Mars, and I'm trying to bring you guys back down to Earth. Bart, I know you're a funny guy, so I got that from you, right?
I appreciate it.
So listen to this. There is something called a utilitarian approach. There are consequences for your actions.
Yeah.
Two adults. This didn't just happen just like that. It had to be arranged by both of them. Made a decision, arranged, I am going to be here so-and-so, and let's meet each other. You guys are making excuses for Dianna. You guys got to stop it.
I'm not making an excuse for her. I said it looks bad.
You are.
I said, when did I make an excuse for her? I said it looks bad.
Yeah, but if it looks bad, then it's bad. You saying it looks bad. That's an excuse.
That's not an excuse. I said it looks bad.
Yeah.
Listen, would it be different, Anselm, if it was a picture of them making out? Yeah, it would be different. It would be different. I'm sitting here telling you it doesn't look good. I absolutely will admit that she is a friend and I want good things for her.
Well, you give your friend the benefit of the doubt first, right? If anything, you protect your friend first until proven otherwise. You give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there have been times where I have defended friends a lot more than this, and I've been really let down. Where I've been flat out lied to. Where I've done that kind of thing. And that really hurts. in this instance. So I'm probably a little bit gun-shy on this thing, too, but I'm fine with that.
But I wonder, does this have any weight or any impact in the league, or is this one of those carry on? Who cares?
I think this is going to be a carry-on thing in a few weeks, but I think what's going to happen, what's really going to, it's for him, it's certainly going to be a carry-on thing. It's
whatever,
just,
like, how's the team doing? But for
her, with
she
her,
report anything, is I'm like, who told you that?
Exactly. Anything that she ever does now as a reporter then becomes, well, you must have been hooking up with them. You must have gotten hooking up with somebody else who gave you that information. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. We've got a little sideline to sideline coming up, and we've got my nightmarish last night that I still can't even believe happened. But the NFL draft is coming up Thursday, April 23rd. New York is on the clock. The Jets picked 2nd and 16th. The Giants picked 5th. Rick DiPietro, Dave Rothenberg, breaking it all down live. Join ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL draft. Real-time reactions, instant takes, and everything New York fans care about. Watch along. React with us. Don't miss a single moment. ESPN New York's Couchcast on draft night, April 23rd, 8 p.m. It's presented by Calandra's Bakery.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Mets make it 5 in a row after yesterday's walk-off?
The 0-2. Cracked on a line to right field. This is over Carroll's head, and this is all over. Ronnie Mauricio wins it with an RBI single. Lindor scores.
And Monica McNutt joins the show at 4 to discuss the Knicks and Giannis' future. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Hi, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. If you're looking at solar in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, here's what actually matters. Real numbers, honest answers, and a team that handles everything. We manage the entire process from start to finish. Designs, approvals, installation, and even a brand new roof if you need one. We don't sell you more than your home actually needs. Just smart systems designed for long-term savings and predictable energy costs. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment. Precision Solar, built to perform for decades.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
All right, my friends. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 4:10 Mets hosting the Diamondbacks after a little Ronnie Mauricio walk-off. Coverage begins 8:80 ESPN, starting at 3:30 today. 7 o'clock, Rangers taking on the Sabres. Coverage on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app, starting at 6:30. And then the Yankees and the Athletics. Ahmed Rosario with the big home run last night. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let us move to some sideline to sideline.
It's gonna happen. This is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
Tom Bauer is here. Tom's a little under the weather. Sinus infection.
Where you been putting your mouth, Tom?
Don't you worry about that.
Was you kiss? Oh, he's been splitting the bottle at the concert. You know they be getting those things. They be kissing everybody.
Hey, listen.
That's how Darnold got mono.
Well, I can tell you this isn't mono. But
playing spin the bottle. What is he, 16?
Hey, what is old is new and what's new is old, baby. Every once in a while you got to play that truth dare.
Did you play spin the bottle or did you play 7 minutes in heaven?
Oh, we play high go get it. That's what we play, baby. High go get it.
Ruff.
All I'm going to say is what happens in the mosh pit. We'll stay in the mosh pit.
What the hell does that mean?
Exactly.
Leave it up to interpretation.
They be getting
Tom, have you had sex in the mosh pit?
He's been groped definitely in the mosh pit.
It's eerily silent over there.
He's been groped in the mosh pit.
Answer the question.
So how about no?
We want the truth, Tom.
No, you won't answer the question, or no, you haven't had sex in the mosh pit?
No, there hasn't been anything like that in the mosh pit.
Grope? You been groped in the mosh pit?
No.
Oh, okay, whatever. You're lying now. Now you're just lying. I've been groped in the mosh pit.
Any rate, so let's do some sideline to sideline here.
Is that what they call it? Go ahead.
The grope pit.
So Kalen DeBoer was on ESPN Radio. You know, he was a good old coach of Ty Simpson, and he spoke about his former quarterback. What are teams going to get in Ty Simpson?
Yeah, a guy that loves ball, will put everything into it, very heady, and grew up the son of a coach, so he's seen what it looks like for a long time, and he just can lead a football team. He's gonna speak up when he needs to, and it's going to be something where everyone pays attention because it's good information. But he's a great teammate in all those ways, and so he's going to make the throws that need to be made. He's got accuracy. He can use his feet to go make plays when things break down. So he's a complete player.
Listen, I never take seriously, no offense to Kalen DeBoer, head coaches when they are talking about their own players. Because in college, you want all of your guys to get as drafted as high as they can so you can use that in recruiting. That's it.
You have those guys, too, to call the recruits.
Yeah, exactly. You want Ty Simpson to call that high school kid in a couple of years when he's a big-time player and say, hey, you know why I'm here? You know why I'm this good? Because I went to Alabama. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. Next.
So, I know we talked a lot about Dexter Lawrence today, and there's one other quote from John Harbaugh that I find a lot of, there can be a lot said in this quote here. So this is his views on Kayvon Thibodeau, but he's also going to say something here that maybe is going to set the tone about how the roster might shake out.
I think he's a great player. I'm excited about him. I was fired up to see him today. He looks great. He's in great shape. I'm thinking about him on the field. I'm thinking about getting him plugged into our defense and getting him rolling. I think, you want to talk about is he a trade possibility? Everybody's tradable. Everybody. Even you're tradable, Dan. If we would get something for you, we'd trade you in a heartbeat, man. But it's not really what you focus on. You focus on the fact that we're having a day. We're talking ball. We're getting our team is coming together as a team, and the business part of it, is the business part, and that kind of swirls around us, but we try to lock in on the football.
I always laugh because
we're having a day.
I always laugh because Harb's going to figure out that everything you say in this market is going to be analyzed. He only had two people. He only had one person that was a jerk, and that was Mike Preston, right? But here, he's going to realize, being coy and all that stuff is cool. But, man, you just got to be measured about what you say. And he didn't say anything wrong. Everybody's tradable. But to little Joe, hey, even you're tradable. Be careful. Yeah. This is the newlywed phase, John. And you've been covered a certain way because you won and you had grace in Baltimore. And, Baltimore's the only show in town.
I do wonder what that looks like the first time it gets a little chippy.
Yeah.
How's John going to handle that?
Because John can be chippy, but then it's a lot of axes to grind here because there's way more people that you can piss off, and people the guys in the industry, and I had to learn this too. They hold grudges and they look for the negative stories a lot more than they do the good stories.
Next,
why the back of LeBron head like a baboon's ass?
I'm sorry, what?
What are you looking at?
The back of LeBron's head with the ball spot like a baboon's ass.
I don't see that on the screen, and if I did, I wouldn't comment on it.
Look at the back of his head when you worry about it's. I don't know, man. He need to put a tattoo on the back of there or something, man.
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
No, wait till you see it up close. It's like light skin. It's like a light spot because no hair grows there. I mean, even the greats.
So has he taken the top down for good?
He has it down but I think he has the tattoo lineup. That's what people do now. They tattoo the front. Like Doc Rivers, that's a tattoo. You can rarely see it. It's like tattoo, and it looks like it's real hair, but it's really a tattoo.
Yeah,
it's they take little dots and they put them all over your hair.
Here's all I'm going to say about it. Okay,
you want to tattoo?
You're LeBron. No, I don't. You're LeBron. You can go bald, and nobody's going to care.
All the greats have done it, but out of all the greats that have done it, he has the ugliest head. Because he has a head like Minecraft. He has a square head, where you think about Charles round, Michael like a little milk dud. You know what I'm saying? But it's still round. Yeah. His is like a box. Like a little Minecraft box, the little creepers. They call them creepers that come get you at night.
If I were him, just take the top down, man. You don't need to live in denial about the situation.
He did it once, but now he's still trying to hold on to that line. But that's what I'm saying. The new trend is take the tattoo. It's like a little tattoo line that you put.
I'm not letting anybody tattoo my head.
Why not? You can't tell. It's
There's
a lot.
No chance in hell,
bro. It's a lot of people that got it that you have no idea have it.
I'm sure.
Doc Rivers.
I'm still not doing it.
You ever notice how Doc Rivers' head shine, but then he looks like he got hair? It look like a lineup. Hold on. How do I see it? How do you line hair that's that low? It's a tattoo.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I just still wouldn't go through the process of it because that's going to be ridiculously painful.
No,
What do you mean, no?
They just do
the
like
tattoo in your head.
No, they just take little dots. They just literally do this.
Pink, pink, pink,
Yeah.
pink, pink.
Yeah, and they'll numb your head. They just do it as like a bunch of little.
Yeah, I'll pass.
You want to line up?
I do not.
We'll give you a Herman Monster too. We'll give you like a little Widow Peak. You know what I'm saying? Like Bam Bam Bigelow with the
I used
flames.
to have that. It would look like I get it in the front, and I had like a little island. And then you have two giant two-car garages.
Oh, you had
on each side.
Oh, you had the peninsula haircut.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You had
front of my head looked like Florida.
Like the Bahama Islands.
Next.
So we're talking about processes right now in terms of a tattoo. Well, how about another process? That's the NFL draft. And supposedly Fernando Mendoza has already informed the NFL he's not going to be attending their prestigious event out in Pittsburgh this month because he wants to share the draft experience with his family in Miami, which to me is wonderful. Share the moment with your family. Do you guys, one, think that the number one pick who's perceived to be there should be at the NFL draft shaking the commissioner's hand, maybe giving him a fake hug? And two, if you were in Fernando Mendoza's position, what would you want to do? Would you rather be on stage or spend it somewhere else?
All right, so I don't mean to ruin the premise of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's also keep in mind that his mother has MS.
Yeah.
So it might have something to do with that.
With her being able to travel.
You know, she traveled to the games and stuff. I don't know what that kind of an event with everything you're expected to do for a couple of days, if that might be playing a role in it too.
Bad job by you, Tom.
But secondly,
I said I have no problem with that. If he wants to spend it with his family, that's wonderful.
But secondly,
that's a good
I'm
point,
with you.
though.
I have no issue with anything he wants to do. When you're going to be the number one pick, if you don't want to show up at the draft because of that, I have no problem with you. Even if you were trying to get out of wherever was going to draft you, if you're pulling the Elway or the Eli and you don't show up at the draft to avoid an awkward moment, I don't have a problem with that either.
And let's be honest. It's Pittsburgh.
Okay, let's hate on Pittsburgh.
No said. Of course I'm going to hate on Pittsburgh every chance I get.
Stop it.
Pittsburgh. I know it's got better. Like the restaurants in the hills are kind of okay, but it's Pittsburgh.
Nice town.
It's hard to find a flight there too. You know what I mean? Got to have a connection to get there. Might go to Pittsburgh.
You just got to fly the right airline. It's a massive hub for one of them.
Yeah,
it's American or.
Yeah, it's a massive. Who wants to fly American? They don't even got updated TVs. You got to download the app to even watch TV. They never got Wi-Fi. No, come on, man. It's like flying Frontier.
All right, I got one more for you, and this one actually just broke from Field Yates just about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, all the Yaters in the house.
Oh, that's right. The Yaters are in Houston, Texas right now because Field is reporting the Texans have exercised the fifth-year options on the contracts of C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. Stroud now due $25.9 million in 2027. Anderson will be due $21.5 million then as well. Both players extension eligible.
Yeah.
One's getting an extension, one's not.
The other one's on deck. He walking the green mile.
Basically, they just put C.J. Stroud on notice for, we've got you. We'll figure this out, but we can string this out as long as we want.
Brother.
And Will Anderson, if we can't get a deal done, we're just holding on to you for good.
Yeah, we might just franchise tag you, too. You got a lot to prove to us. I mean, listen, they won in spite of C.J. Stroud in the playoffs. That might have been some of the worst. That might have been the worst 3-game streak of any quarterback I've ever watched, and I played with Kyle Bowler.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel where you can comment and leave all of your thoughts, comments, whatever you want. Put them all in there. Whatever you want to say anything about, we will get them on the air if, they're good. My nightmare of last night, literally and figuratively, next on ESPN New York.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. Explorer and Rookie membership packages are now available. And every Yankees Universe member receives a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and more. Plus, rookie members receive an official New York Yankees t-shirt. And best of all, a portion of every membership supports Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, benefiting pediatric cancer research. Join Yankees Universe today. Visit Yankees.com/universe.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Tricon Construction is expanding across New Jersey, taking on larger, more complex commercial projects and delivering at a big league level. If you're a developer who values precision, accountability, and execution, you need a construction partner who understands what's at stake: timelines, capital, reputation. That's Tricon. They're building the right way with experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team that shows up ready. Serious projects, serious results. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
So, I don't even know how to start this, but this is an appropriate song because there were no sweet dreams last night. This was a debacle.
Carlin is crisp off.
Go home. I don't need that energy. So last night, as you know, my wife and I have a new dog. Her name is Abby. She's a great dog. My wife took her yesterday out to kind of a reservation in the area to take the dog on a good long walk. My wife met a couple of other people with a couple of dogs. She let the dogs play together in the reservation. And Abby's tags fell off.
Ooh.
So it's like her rabies shot tag. It's her other tag with her license.
Is she chipped?
She is chipped.
Okay.
But also we have an Apple tag to help track her down in case. And I noticed this when last evening, like about 6 o'clock. Honey, the tags are gone. And I look at my phone on the Apple tag, and it shows that they're still over in the park. So I'm like, okay, well, you got the Apple tag and go find that, right? And we don't want to go through this whole hassle of dealing with the town. So Abby's fine. She's at home, but the tags fell off.
You tried to find a tag, a needle in a haystack?
Well, I had the little GPS thing, right?
Sure.
So we go over
Carmen
there.
Diego.
We drive into this thing, and it's like 7 o'clock at this point. We pull up to where as close as you can with the car to get to where it says this thing is. But you can't get there in the car.
Yeah.
So there's a little path to walk down, and she's like, listen, I know where it is. I know where I was with her.
Sure,
so,
all the trees look uniquely different.
So, no, but she's like, I know the general area where we were. And I said, okay, do you want to take my phone so that you can see on there where the tag is? And she said, yes. Now, this is where the dispute happens. She says to me, apparently, I did not hear this, says to me, do you want to take my phone? To which I apparently said no. Now, 2 minutes after she left, I'm like, why didn't she leave her phone for me? Like, I don't think she asked me. So she walks down this path. 7:30. All of a sudden, it's pitch black. She is walking down this path, and it is about a half mile down, and I'm staying in the car, and I'm thinking, dumbass, why are you staying in the car while you're sending your wife out into the dark in the woods? Why would you do this? This is how horror movies start. Not only that, Bart, the place where this is, quote, an abandoned village. There are literally abandoned houses there.
Children of the Corn Part 3.
Totally. And so, like, I start walking down the path. Like, what the hell am I doing? I don't have my phone.
You can't call her.
She's got both phones. I walk down the path, and I just start yelling, shout! Nothing. I keep walking. Shout! Nothing. I walk easily a quarter of a mile down on this path.
She back in the car.
And then I'm thinking, well, maybe she got it and is going to meet me back at the car. Walk back up to the car, not there. This is now about 8:15.
Are them calves burning yet?
No, but I was. Listen, I've lost some weight, but I haven't lost that much weight. I look at the path. I'm like, you know what? I can take the car down this path.
Oh, no.
I took the car down the path. And by the way,
the grass.
This ain't no Jeep.
Wet soil.
This ain't no Jeep. I go down the path. It is nothing but rocks and dirt all the way down the path. Because by the time I got to the bottom of the path, there was a big wide open space. So I thought I can get down there and I can turn around. I drive the car and I say, I'll have the car down there so that you can see the headlights and come back. I get down there. I go so slow, the car's beeping all over the place because it thinks I'm going to hit about 12 trees. I get to the bottom, and I just start yelling, nothing. I walk even further into the woods, and I'm thinking, all right, well, now she either fell, which she can be a little clumsy at times, so that could have happened.
Now you panicking, and you ain't got no flashlight.
And I'm thinking, oh, my God. And it's really getting to me right now.
And I sent my wife out there.
I can't believe I let my wife do this. What am I doing? You're not a man. What are you? You're a mouse. You're not a man. And I just keep yelling. And then finally I hear her voice off in the distance.
Hey, idiot!
Show! I'm like, okay, are you okay? Yes, I'm coming back. Okay. All right. I go back to the car, and I just wait there for another 5 minutes. Nothing. I go off, and I start yelling again. Show! Nothing. definitely true.
It's like, Caroline!
Oh, my God.
Come back to the light!
It's now like 8:30, and we didn't put a time frame on this. Like, after 20 minutes, we're going to stop looking. I'm thinking, maybe she went back up top. So I take the car, I turn it around, I try to drive up this path.
Oh, man.
Took me 10 minutes to drive up this path.
I'm just happy you made it up.
I made it up this path. I get to the top of it, but the path was not much wider than my head.
No.
And the genius is thinking, I have a car that's not an all-off-terrain vehicle.
All-wheel drive.
Yeah, anything like that. But somehow I get to the top. I start yelling again. Nothing. And then finally, another 10 minutes goes by, and I'm yelling, and she is like yelling back, but I can't hear what she's yelling.
Pitch black.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, she's hurt. She's something. She's this and that. Apparently, she says that she was singing Christmas carols all the way up so that I would know she was okay once I heard that. But all I heard, like, what? First of all, Christmas carols, because that's all she could think of, and just wanted to keep making noise.
Both of y'all are responsible.
Oh my God!
Both of y'all deserve each other.
So finally, she gets to the top of the thing, and I see the flashlight. I'm like, oh my God, thank God! I'm thinking she's dead. She's off in the distance, and then she's saying, "Why didn't you take my phone?" I was wondering why you sent me off in the distance, and she's like, and to me that says she's wondering, oh, did he just set me up to go take it out?
I didn't notice he got that life insurance policy
oh my God.
updated. But why didn't she give you the phone?
I don't know.
That goes both ways.
She says that she said it to me, and I said no.
Yeah.
But I don't remember that.
But she's supposed to say, no, take my phone in case I get lost.
Yes.
Or if I need you to come.
But I am bearing a lot of responsibility in this for being an idiot. Bart, no joke.
She was going through your search history.
This is, trust me, there ain't much there to find on there. Even on the search history, I'm not dumb enough to be loading up porn on my phone. Come on. That's too accessible for her. Besides, you need a copy of my face to be able to get into it. Although, this is the other thing.
Use her phone with your face.
Here's the other thing. She asked me for the code for my phone, and I gave it to her, and she had it wrong. So this is an hour, and I'm just like, oh my God. And so she's flying out this morning to California to go see her parents and her brother. Yeah. And last night, I did not sleep. And I had one of those sleeps. Do you know this sleep? Like, I had so many bad dreams about it that when I woke up, it was like I went 12 rounds with somebody. Have you ever had that kind of a dream?
Yes.
Like, sometimes I have them when I'm sick, things like that. Oh, my God. Bart, I'm a dumbass. I'm a complete and utter dumbass. Does she bear any responsibility? Debatable. I'll let you decide.
Yeah, you can't tell her she does, but she does.
Well, she's on a plane right now, so hopefully they don't have Wi-Fi and she's listening.
I hope y'all never go on an episode of Survivor. Y'all be out before the credits even come.
On the way home, first thing she said to me, "We're not going on The Amazing Race." Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
With Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, and expert analysis. And now, the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content in the ESPN app, including more must-see action like WWE premium live events, on-demand programming, and originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your-subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access. Then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN, all in one place.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN New York. Now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
That's right. At noon, Bart Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube channel. I am Chris Carlin. He is Bart Scott. And at noon, it means what?
It's the power hour.
And at noon at noon on Wednesdays, it also means that it's time for the Sims Spotlight.
This is the Sims Spotlight. With former Giants quarterback Phil Simms on Bart and Carlin.
As he joins us each week leading up to the draft, breaking down prospects and taking a look at guys who might be good fits for the Jets and Giants, he is Phil Simms, who joins us now. Mr. Simms, once again, good afternoon. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Good to hear you guys and everything. And Bart, I guess when you went on vacation, that voice of yours just got louder and stronger and more annoying.
I found my peoples, baby. I'm from Zamunda.
I'll make it short. Where'd you go on vacation?
I went to Senegal. I went to Nigeria. Then I went to the Ivory Coast. Then a little pit stop in Paris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's Phil. It's like a trip down to Long Beach Island.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? You can make those kind of vacations when you got a lot of money, and Bart's got it, so good. Spend some of it.
No, I'm balling on a budget. Hey, Phil, I wondered this because you look good in the suit. You know, you make sure you do your push-ups and your benches so your pecs are impeccable. Have you ever thought about being in upper management and taking your football acumen to the offices of the Giants and start kind of telling them what they want? Because anybody can do a better job than Joe Schoen.
Oh, no, don't say that. Joe Schoen lives up the block from me. Got quite a few guys that he has drafted. They've been there. And
it's not
I've never do anything with the Giants like that because, as Bill Parcells said to me, as I've told you, Sims, whenever they ask you your opinion, never answer. And I said, why? He goes, because they really don't care. So don't do it.
Shane doesn't have a pod in his garage in his driveway, do he?
What's that? He has a what?
He has a pod in his driveway. Basically, he's saying how long Shane's going to be around.
I'm just playing.
Anyway.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, listen, they're set up. I hear it too much on TV, which worries me. Everybody thinks the Giants, they're going to be a playoff team next year. And, man, those are big expectations to come from where they were last year to playoff. I understand it somewhat, but I think they have a really good chance or a good opportunity here to fix their team a little more with the draft. And, of course, find a way to keep that really big dude in the middle on your team.
So let's talk about that. Let's start there with Dexter Lawrence. Phil, what is your take on this whole situation?
Well, listen, I never get into this too much about it, but, yeah, he wants more money, probably deserves more money as you look at the market, which I haven't looked at that closely, just heard people talking about it. But, Dexter Lawrence, yeah, was it a good year for him last year? No, it was not. But he was coming off for a big guy, I can't imagine anything worse than having a foot problem. So, I was at training camp. He really couldn't do any work there that gets you off to a slow start and all that. But I'm sure motivation, wanting more money, all that, I'll be very surprised if the Giants trade him. Keep him there. You got a new organization going. Keep one of your really good players and hope that this new organizing, the coach, the general manager, everybody, we can quit talking about some of that and have a successful year as a football team.
But, Phil, we saw this with Quentin Williams. And when you start to try and reboot your team and have young players come in, when you think about Isaiah Likely coming in, Dart, Scatterboo, these are all young players. Dexter's probably about 2 years from hitting the dirty 30 mark, and you know how they start looking at you after that. Would it be best to try and get assets for him and see if you can plug that player for a while? Because I believe that the Jets are going to be better off without Quentin Williams with the draft equity that they got. And this is an opportunity for the Giants to sell high because it's always that opportunity that player who has so much influence could, if he's a squeaky wheel, can kind of derail things going on with a new coach just trying to change the program because they got to get rid of a lot of players so that they can have this roster look the way that Harbaugh envisions it and not what Dayball looked at it as.
Yeah, listen, I understand all that, but, Dexter Lawrence, these big guys, it's hard to find people or players that have the size, the skill, and everything else. And to draft a young defensive lineman like him, if that's what you turn out to do, I remember hearing this from the coaching staff many times. Besides the quarterback position, playing interior defensive line is the hardest thing to learn and to do in the NFL because in college it's pretty much straight ahead. In the pros, hell, they're hitting you from everywhere, and you don't know what's going on sometimes. And so I don't know. I hope they keep him and, settle this. And, there's one way to settle it. That's money. But I don't, Bart and Chris, I hope if they can get an unbelievable package coming back, if they do trade him, then I understand. But to me, it has to be really big time. Look what we got for this. That's why we did it.
Phil Simms is with us as he is each Wednesday leading up to the draft in the Simms Spotlight. We have spent a lot of time talking about Ty Simpson, but I want to talk about another guy that the Jets had a meeting with as a quarterback who might be who is going to be available a little bit later. But in talking to evaluators, including you, all seem to think that he can be an NFL quarterback, and that is Carson Beck. Phil, lay out the case for me with Carson Beck.
Oh, listen, Carson Beck, as time goes on, I have not talked to anybody about it really, but I just think it makes more and more sense that he's going to be the guy that the Jets should target. And for many reasons. One, size. He is a big dude. He moves around a little better than people give him credit for. He does have a big arm, and he's going to run an offense. If he goes to the Jets, he's going to run an offense that's kind of similar to the University of Miami, which they ran. And it wasn't all about the quarterback down there in Miami, which makes it a little tougher. It was, we got, a head coach that was an offensive lineman in college. And he's, loves his offensive linemen, and the game kind of went through that. So it's a tougher way to play, not as many easy throws, but I think what he ran in college will fit what the Jets are going to probably do on the offensive side. And, and I told you this, Chris, and Bart, I'll just say it, is that Carson Beck was kind of going through everything at Georgia. He gets hurt. It's taken away from him. That had to be emotionally just killing him. He goes to Miami. He turns into me like a new guy. You could see a little more enthusiasm, body language, and he had to run an offense that had to be really precise and read and do the right thing. And I think he answered all those questions. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm one of these guys, as time has gone along, I'm thinking more and more about Carson Beck, being a really good, solid NFL quarterback.
Yeah, it's interesting, Phil. The idea of Beck getting away from Georgia and going somewhere else. We talk about that so much else in the NFL when guys get to a new place and they just need to, be in new surroundings. And this happens here for him. With the way the portal is now, for quarterbacks in particular, how tricky is that to know that where you're going to go is going to be good for your development?
Well, I'm sure he had, one, it's about money going there. That's
of course
always the case.
But thinking big picture, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that, he looked at what they were going to do. I'm sure Mario Cristobal was telling him how this offense was going to run, and he was okay with that. And, when something's taken away from you, you realize what? How much you loved it. And when I say that, that's about him. And maybe he took some of this, I'm not saying he took it for granted at Georgia, but when he got hurt, knew he was never going to be part of that team again. You reflect, and he's just going, well, the next one I'm going to do it the right way. I understand. He loves the game, and I think a lot of those things, they all showed him when you watch him play.
How much of that adversity that he faced prepares him for a market like, a market like New York? Being that, the most popular person on the team, and you've experienced this, is the backup quarterback. But then when you get that opportunity, it's a lot to handle.
Yeah, Bart, I think that what we just talked about kind of answers that question. I think he is definitely mentally, physically, and all that, whatever you want to say, he's toughened up. I mean, he's got some armor on him now, so he's going to be able to, I think, handle some of the criticism that's going to come to the quarterback no matter what you do and how you play. And especially with the Jets and their recent history of quarterback play down there, fans are looking at that, and like a lot of teams, if it doesn't work, they're going to blame the quarterback position. But I think what he's endured, Georgia to Miami, championship game, losing it, whatever, that just has to make you more motivated and hopefully to turn him maybe even into a better player.
The Sims Spotlight, Phil Sims with us each and every Wednesday at noon leading up to the NFL draft. Running backs, Phil, we've talked a lot about Jeremiah Love. You're a big fan. What about the running backs that are behind him? Are there guys that you, in evaluating them, do you feel like could be good fits here?
Well, good fits. I don't know which way to look at that. Yeah, listen, Jadarian Price. I plays at Notre Dame behind Jeremiah Love, and it's hard to tell which one's going to be the first-round draft pick when you look at both of them, back to back. And there are some really good running backs out there. The Jets, if they get a guy like Jadarian Price, then they've hit a home run, I think. And where will he go in the draft? Probably in the second round, maybe late first. That's kind of hard to believe when you get two running backs on the same team where they're both going to be drafted high and they both have all the talent to be franchise running backs.
And you also know that there's not as much, like that guy has not run nearly as much, there's not as much mileage on him.
Well, that's true too. I think that's always something you have to look at when you're drafting these running backs. The thing about it is, just look at Ashton Genty goes to the Raiders. And Chris, I told you this too. And then let's look at Kyle Monangai. Seventh-round pick, the Chicago Bears. Ran for 783 yards. I just had to look at the numbers right in front of me. I mean, look, what is the difference? So we're talking about a must-get running back. He's going to be all-time. And then we go and get a guy drafted in the 7th round, and he finds his way to be a special player for the Chicago Bears and how they used him and who he really was. And that's just get the ball and run over anything that's in front of you. And it really worked for him. So saying all that, why I'm saying it, man, drafting running backs really high, it scares me because of the injuries. And I just think, too, when you look at running backs, there's a group that's all kind of bunched together where you can be successful with one of many of these guys coming in the draft.
So are you eliminating maybe the possibility that maybe Jeremiah Love could be like that home run hitter that Harbaugh has always had with King Henry, Ray Rice, those upper echelon type of players? And you look at the recent drafts, I know the history here with Saquon, going at a high. I don't think nobody would say that was the wrong pick, seeing how good he was. But how would you think about, if they went and got, Brian Thomas and, on draft day and was able to pair him with Jordan Love, how would that change this offense?
Well, listen, if they draft Jeremiah Love, I'll be a Giant fan and go, great. Okay. It's simple. He could have a year like Saquon Barkley did, or what his effect and productivity with the Giants, how it went, and what we saw down in Philadelphia, of course. So, yeah, I'm not saying it's a big gamble, but, when I just look at it and all that, if there's another team out there that's willing to give you a lot of stuff for that draft pick, because I think he will be sitting there when it comes around to the Giants, that's something you have to think about. And, drafting a running back high, being honest, it does scare me because the injury rate is just so prevalent. And you do that. If he gets nicked, gets hurt, not the player that you want, then of course, the second guessing comes out from all of us.
Phil, last one.
Does that make sense?
It does. It absolutely does. And
more bust, so to speak.
Exactly. And nobody gets hit more, for sure. Phil, last one for me on the defensive side with an individual guy, and that's Ruben Bain. So we had at the combine all the talk about the short arms.
T-Rex.
And yet, now everybody, you hear these weeks in between, now everybody seems to be going back to, well, look at all the production. This time between the combine and the draft, how seriously do teams take all of this, and how can it affect how you look at a guy like Ruben Bain, who is as disruptive as could be?
Well, I really have done one thing this year, not really asking anybody that I know that's in the league to give me your opinion on this and that and all that. All I know is, and we talked about it, I think, last week, Bart, Ruben Bain, and now I hear more and more stuff coming up that they don't talk about the short arms. They're just talking about how really good he is, which we talked about last week. And it's really interesting. And, the combine, all this other stuff, the teams and the people that are, working on this draft, they're not going to get involved or really go, wow, I saw somebody on TV today talked about that. I think we better change our mind. And that's the last thing they're going to do. So the football people, the coaches, all the evaluators in the NFL, now it's kind of over, and they realize Ruben Bain, oh my gosh, damn, he's really good. And not only that, he shows it. And just a little passing comment here, the defense for the Miami Hurricanes looked like a pro defense. And I'll tell you the other thing, their offensive line, it was like prototypes all the way across too. So the University of Miami is doing a hell of a job of bringing the right guys into that program, that's for sure.
Phil, great stuff as usual. We will talk to you again next Wednesday. We're only 2 weeks away now at this point.
Thank God.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, good to see you. And Bart, good to have you back, man. All right.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Phil.
That's Phil Simms. The great Phil Simms giving us some terrific insight leading into the draft here in a couple of weeks. So with that in mind, the stuff from Phil, I told you yesterday that each week or each day, I would give you a little nugget from one of the people that I talked to leading up to the draft around the league, around college football, about different prospects. Now, as I said earlier, I do not talk to head coaches in college, because head coaches in college, when they're talking about their own people, are just trying to sell them as much as they can. They're trying to get those guys drafted as high as they can because it's going to help them in recruiting. So I'll give you a few guys based on an exec in the NFC the other day who I talked to, and you tell me what your take is on them, all right? Number one, on Jeremiah Love, just a notch below Jahmyr Gibbs. Just a notch below Jahmyr Gibbs, but he does have holy blank acceleration. So if I told you, listen to me what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
a notch below Jahmyr Gibbs, is that worth the 5th overall pick? That's one evaluation, but if you felt that way, is that worth the 5th overall pick if you're the Giants?
I would say it depends on how confident you are on your line. Now, we know that you have arguably, or you have a Hall of Fame fullback that's going to be the eyes and ears that's going to get him to the second level. And if you talk about that type of acceleration, you look at Baltimore and what they were able to do with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is a great running back. He doesn't have that type of Jahmyr Gibbs type of acceleration. So if you're talking about, I have a great fullback that can get my guy to the second level, the easiest way to get productivity is to turn around and hand the football off instead of having to drop back and try and complete a pass, which is a lot harder. He absolutely is worth that. You got to think about what you just invested in. You just invested in a fullback because you want to run the football. We talk about Greg Roman and all his history about as far as being able to have some of the best overall rush yardage, right? And Jaxson Dart already was used as a weapon last year, but he's not Lamar Jackson, but he can hold the backside linebacker. He's a threat to pull the ball as well. That's going to create more seams and more lanes. And instead of getting 10 to 12 yards with a guy like Scatterboo, with a guy like Love, that could be a home run, explosive plays, a la Saquon Barkley, a la Jahmyr Gibbs, a la Bijan Robinson. He absolutely is somebody that I would consider in putting a football team together, because you know that you can't ultimately overload the box extremely, even with Derek Slayton, because if Neighbors is back, that's a guy that you got to roll the safety to, which means that you're going to have light boxes to run against, but then you have to deal, and you're going to be in the Tiger personnel all the time because you have Likely and you have Theo Johnson. So now you're going to have enough blockers to get a hat on a hat, and Ricard is the guy that moves the crowd. I definitely would think about that. The only issue is I wish if they – ultimately for me, you trade Dexter Lawrence and you get Brian Thomas. Now you got two guys on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Now you damn sure can't put 8 men in the box. And you got Ricard, who can play as the tight end. Sometimes he lines up at tight end on the line, but he's basically the fullback just getting a head start instead of lining up in the backfield and being the eyes and ears for all this pull redirection. The Ravens had the most complex run game in the history of football, with all the different personnel groups, all the motion shifts and pulls, double pulls, unbalanced lines. And if you get a home run hitter like that where it's hesitation and they're afraid of you on the outside, man, this thing can be real good, real bad, real fast. The only problem is you still have to be able to stop somebody on the other side of the ball.
Okay. The other one I will give you is a couple of the tackles, because there's been discussion among people that the tackles that are high-end guys are actually guys that would end up moving inside. Maui Noah from Miami, who, of course, is Kiko Maui Noah's brother.
Yep.
This is what he had to say about him. He's going to play tackle for someone. He is not going to move inside to a guard because he's too good. He will have growing pains year one, but he is going to be a tackle.
He reminds me of Mimbu.
Okay.
Very aggressive, very great. He's a people mover in the run game, and kind of putting him in that guard is kind of burying him and hiding his talents, because I thought he was good enough on the outside too.
Well, this was the one that caught my attention because I have not heard this. On the flip side, I'd heard a lot about Maui Noah moving to guard.
Yeah, Fanu.
Spencer Fano?
Yeah.
He says, him I see moving to guard.
Because he's smaller.
Yeah.
He's a smaller guy. So, well, he's not. Yeah, he's only like 3'11", 6'6".
Yep.
Kind of built like Tittman.
It's about 25 pounds smaller than Maui Noah, but the same height.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting, too. And he's been rumored to kind of take the place of Linderbaum in the inside. So moving him in, because they got who the Ravens take in free agency? They brought John Simpson back. He may stay at tackle, though, for the Ravens as well, and they may have to just try and fatten him up a little bit. Go down to eat some soft blue crab.
Last one I'll give you, receiver. So there are so many receivers in the draft, right? A guy in the second round to look at, and this is Chris Bell from Louisville, okay? Chris Bell from Louisville tore his ACL late in the year. Quote, if he wasn't injured, he would be in the top 10. He will not make it out of the second round, even with this injury. He's too good.
Yeah, people that know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So injuries and guys look for this type of value. You see guys get picked up, like, why is this guy getting picked up? Just like the cornerback from Tennessee. He's going to go because he was injured the whole year, but everybody knows that he's
and he said about him that if he wasn't injured, he would have been the number one corner, and he would have been the top 10 pick.
Not the kid from LSU, right? Mesidor or something like
Delane.
that.
Mansour Delane.
Yeah, Mansour Delane. So,
I forgot this one because this is one of your favorite guys. You've talked about this guy a lot. Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech, the linebacker.
Baller.
You want that? And you want
him in the
this?
second round, I'm taking him.
And baller was the first word this guy used.
He can run, too.
Day one starter. Love him. Really good. People knock on his athleticism, but let me tell you, this is a linebacker in every way.
He's a Kuechly. Who you know he reminds me of?
Do you know that he came in as a quarterback?
Quarterback?
Like a quarterback / receiver his first year.
And
he went to UVA for a year.
And they're crushing his athleticism. He played receiver. Like, you see what I'm saying, though?
Yes.
Make it make sense. So you mean a guy was running in college, not high school. He was going
as a freshman in college. He was playing reserve quarterback, receiver, running back, tight end.
Right. So at practice, this dude is running 7 routes, comebacks, hitching goals, and you telling me he's not an athlete?
Yeah.
He's not athletic enough to play linebacker.
How about that?
I tell you what, go take your linebacker on your team, put his ass out at receiver, and tell him to get off a jam from a cornerback and run a 7 route or a go route.
So the guy puts on the weight. He's played at 230, and he was a monster.
He ran a 4.51 at the combine. What are we talking about? He ran a 4.51. What are we talking about? You know who he reminds me of?
That kind of guy, if you're not taking Sonny Styles for the Jets.
Yes. You know who he reminds me of? Sean Lee.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Shorter guy. Sean Lee was a baller. He just couldn't stay healthy.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. In moments, am I the nozzle or am I the tool? Well, it could be either, but the answer is probably yes.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Mets make it 5 in a row after yesterday's walk-off?
The 0-2. Cracked on a line to right field. This is over Carroll's head, and this is all over. Ronnie Mauricio wins it with an RBI single. Lindor scores.
And Monica McNutt joins the show at 4 to discuss the Knicks and Giannis' future. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears.
Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM.
Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
At Uline, They know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
If you manage an active facility, you don't have time for disruption. Tricon Construction specializes in working inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial buildings without shutting operations down. That means tight planning, clear communication, safe, disciplined execution, because when patients are inside, when tenants are working, when production can't stop, there's no margin for mistakes. When it has to be handled professionally and handled right, Tricon is the only choice. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. We believe going solar should be simple, and it should make real financial sense. We manage the entire process from start to finish and offer flexible solar payment options designed around your goals. When the numbers work, solar can lower your monthly cost and give you predictable energy for decades. And if you refer someone who installs with us, you can earn up to $1,000. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Evan Cohen here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? That's a lot of time reviewing applications. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
No one likes having to choose. That's why, with America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson hybrid with America's best warranty, or the stylish yet capable Santa Fe hybrid with the power to navigate the toughest terrain. It's like having your cake and eating it too, but, better. Hybrids from Hyundai. It's the best of both worlds. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
I'm getting destroyed in the chat for that story. And understandably so. How can you let her go off and do that? And on her own in the dark.
Why the hell do you care about an
Apple
tag? They
and here's the thing.
6 for $1.
By the way, on the Apple tags, never found it. Never found it because the thing never said, it's right next to you, because you're supposed to be able to push a button and it plays a sound.
You know how, first of all, it's nothing more loud than silence. So, being out there, you know how, especially if that thing is underneath, the grass.
Yes.
That thing ain't going to emit no damn loud enough noise.
But every time she got close to it, it said, no, you're actually 600 feet away. What are we doing here? It was a complete disaster. So, no, we didn't find the tags. And people are talking about how, the runaway dog is their scared thing. It wasn't even that she ran away. She didn't. She was back at the house. It was just the tags. For some reason, I got it in my head that these tags were important.
You press them at PetMart for $2 out the little thing that you put the name in, you twist it.
Well, but it's not even that tag. It's not even the Apple tag.
I'm saying with your name
and the license. No, but it wasn't even that. It was the license. It was the dog license and the rabies thing. And I'm thinking that's a big deal. No, it's not.
Just tell your vet to print another one.
She's got a chip in her. I just want to be able to find her myself.
Yeah, without having to go and.
It's just,
You got
scale of 1 to 10, Ray. How much did your opinion drop of me in terms of being an idiot on that scale right there? Like 10, Carlin's a genius. 1, he's a moron.
Right. Well, we're clearly not going 10, but I'm not 1 on you. The phone issue, that was the thing.
Yes.
There should have been a phone swap.
Right. And I don't know. She swears
I'm going 10.
that she said to me, do you want to take my phone? And I said no.
I'm going 10 because who cares about the damn Apple tag anyway?
It's a great point.
Like, they come in a pack of 6, man.
Like, how would I not put myself through that for a $20 thing?
Your time is worth more than that $20 tag.
Tom.
An hour and a half?
Level of moron. 1 being incredible moron, 10 being genius.
Oh, I meant 1.
Yeah, I know you meant 1. That's all right. I screwed up the whole scale anyway. I'm showing once again that I'm a moron.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You screwed up the scale. You screwed up the moment. I'm probably leaning towards more moron here. Let's put it on the 7 on the scale there. Luckily, nothing terrible happened, but that was a scary situation that, honestly, I hope you look back on in time and you both have a good laugh about it.
You would love to think that would be the case, but I was not in a laughing place on the way home. She kind of was already. I was not. I was kind of like, nope, not there yet, as evidenced by my sleep problem.
You guys didn't share like a Christmas song on the way home, maybe?
No, she was just belting them out because she wanted to make sure I could hear something, and she's all could she think of.
But why is it a Christmas song? Was it Jingle Bells?
She was just singing. She was just singing so that there was a loud noise, and it was all she could think of at the moment.
All I want for Christmas is to get away from you?
No, the crazy thing is she was probably singing the lowest song of the Christmas songs you could sing. Silent Night. Like, you can't, that isn't even a loud song.
First of all, when did my wife start singing like Barry White?
Everybody that sings that song comes off low. I sing Silent Night, Tom.
Tom does.
Silent
Night. Ray?
Silent
that's not what she was singing.
It's a low song regardless. I don't care who sings it.
I think she was singing Jingle Bells. I don't know.
Jingle
it was a
jingle
disaster of a night.
You know why it wasn't Jingle Bells? Because you have to be happy to sing Jingle Bells. I'm guaranteed she was pissed off.
She was not. I'll tell you, she could have been a lot more ticked off that I did not take her phone. That she asked me if I wanted the phone, and I said no, which I do not remember. I do not remember that. But she could have been a lot more ticked off because then she's like, why would he send me off in the distance with both phones? And then I'm thinking in her mind, once she says that, oh, she thought I was setting her up, and this is going to end up being a Law and Order episode, or you know, basically one of those First 48 type stories.
It was like, hey, on a Carnival cruise, let's go look over the deck, and look at the sunlight, the sunset.
All of a sudden, I'm Joran Vandersloot. Bart Carlin, ESPN, New York.
See, even that
Who is that singing it
Sound
too?
like
That sounds like Stevie Nicks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
and even she's very low. What a disaster.
The fact that y'all were screaming at each other and couldn't find each other is hilarious. Like, Chris, yes!
She should have put an AirTag on you.
No, then she wouldn't have found me. Hey, Tim Cook, get your act together with these AirTags. That thing was a disaster.
Need to be more specific.
All right, Tom. Well, we already know the answer to this based on this story. Am I the nozzle? Well, yeah.
There are two sides to every story.
Everybody need to keep a cool booty, okay?
We're here to judge.
I plead the fifth.
Am I right?
Adoy.
Or am I the nozzle?
I was wrong.
Seth chiming in on the chat. Next on Dateline. What's up, Tom?
All right, so we're going to start here. Yes, Chris, you were the nozzle or tool in that situation.
Yeah,
but
we already established that. Move on.
Yeah, I like to continue talking about this. But at any rate, so this one is a little local flair. We teased it the other day. We didn't get a chance to get to it, and we mentioned it last week, but now I'm going to bring it back again because it's even more relevant. Last week, I mentioned how Butch Cassidy got fired by the Vegas Golden Knights with 8 games left. I couldn't understand why an NHL team would fire their coach with only 1 week left in the season, especially when you're in the playoffs. Well, enter the New York Islanders, who decided to fire Patrick Waugh with 4 games left in the season and hire Peter DeBoer instead. as a long-term solution. I believe they agreed to a 3-year term with him, but still, I don't understand why a coach needs to be let go when they lead their team well past expectations. Maybe they didn't feel that he was running it right, but our team's nozzles for doing this, especially when teams succeed.
I think it depends on the situation. I'm going to say in this case they are not nozzles. Number one, they went and got the guy that they knew was going to be in demand this offseason. So they wanted to make sure they got the right coach in Peter DeBoer before that. Number two, I have seen teams that have had really good records before that will go ahead and fire somebody because it just is not connecting in the locker room. So I could see where that could happen. Like that happened when that happened with the Islanders with Peter Laviolette. It was his first job.
Yeah.
And they were actually pretty good, but they still fired him because they thought he lost the locker room. That was the talk out of it. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. It's odd, but not a nozzle there. You firing a guy that late in the season, 4 games left, and hiring the new coach to come in, not just interim, new coach who wasn't even there.
Yeah, that's to have the new coach already ready. I mean, the Patriots didn't do that bad. You know what I mean? To dry mail. Like, at least they waited till after the season. Let them have the dignity of finishing. Like, it's like a champion. You stop in a fight with like 14 seconds to go. I already took my ass kicking. Might as well let me stand out on my feet and have some pride.
Yeah, I heard in Tampa years ago when Shannon was down there, and I did not hear this from him, but I heard that when they were basically telling him he was going to come back, Lovie Smith 2 months earlier had bought a house in Tampa. Like, oh my God. And then Lovie was out after 2 years.
Yeah, that was that karma that his ass got in Houston.
Oh my God.
I'd also like to add maybe to the nozzle factor here. They also fired him on Easter Sunday as well.
All right, that's fair.
Damn.
Do you know that he was Christian or Catholic?
I don't have that information.
Maybe he was agnostic, Tom. Maybe they checked that. I don't know. Could have been.
Maybe he's an atheist.
You shouldn't make religious assumptions about people, Tom. It's a very dangerous game. Next.
Yeah, how dare me. I'm not going to make an assumption about this person because he has a very big resume, if you get where I'm going at this. Doc Rivers.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Bart knows where I'm going with this. He and the Bucks have a little bit of friction right now. And, well, I guess in a team meeting, he tried to inspire the team about how good of a job he can do. And, well, I'm just going to let Shams Charania take it away.
Then comes March 2. It was a game of a back-to-back against the Boston Celtics. Doc Rivers called for a team meeting that day. And the day of the game, this team meeting, my understanding is in that meeting, Doc Rivers implored his team, according to 6 people in the room, to look at my resume and, quote, Google me. I took teams to the playoffs and championship that weren't supposed to be there. I thought this was one of them. That was not well received internally. And that was just another example of the disconnect.
If they also Googled him, they would have found out how many blown leads his teams have had in the playoffs and have failed.
Yeah, look at his Clipper reign. Like, he was a controversial hire anyway. Mid-season, when the other guy was doing a good enough job, and they were like in second place.
Yeah, and it was clear that Giannis didn't like the new guy.
Right.
It was Griffin.
So be careful what you wish for, because now you're going to be without Doc Rivers going to get fired, and you're going to be without Giannis. And where's the organization going to be there? Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, it's not a good scene. I'm sorry. That is from Doc. That's a little nozzly right there from Doc.
They can hire.
Google me. Look at me. Like, you're not Kirk Tignetti.
Bro, that's the lowest of the low, because Google you. How about I Google you and I do a search, and I just do a search from the last 10 years?
3-1 leads blown.
Right. Fired.
Yeah.
Let's go to Orlando Magic, Doc Rivers.
We got another one or no?
Yeah, I got another one.
All right.
I got one more for you real quickly. And this one comes from a proposal. I believe we also mentioned this on the Am I the Nozzle back in the day, but seems to be getting some more traction here. And I've been seeing reports that the NCAA is heavily considering expanding the field to 76 teams from 64 teams, which I find to be stupid because, in my opinion, the tournament is perfect the way it is. However, let me play devil's advocate here for a second and see if the NCAA is a nozzle, which, yes, they are. But, again, I'll play devil's advocate. We've been complaining, some of us, that the tournament has grown a little bit stale because seemingly the Cinderella is dead. Maybe that has something to do with NIL. Maybe that's an anomaly thing. Maybe an expansion here would reinvigorate some interest. It would reinvigorate some teams to maybe we'll see another Cinderella make a further run if there are theoretically more Cinderella-esque teams in the tournament. That would be the only way maybe I could see this being a positive.
Yeah, listen, I have no use for the NCAA when it comes to trying to reinvent the wheel here and the way they've gone about their business in a lot of ways the last several years. There's no need to expand it. If you're worried about not having as many upsets and as many Cinderellas, like there are plenty of people who have argued over the years that you might get that Cinderella upset in the first or second round, but after that, you'd rather have those bigger teams that had an off night that were just better teams, and you'd get better games down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to turn into like you said, Michigan was the first team to ever have like 5 new players come in at the same time. It's going to be interesting to see going forward if people try and start fracking and everybody tries to do that trend. But it's kind of going to be what it is. But the fun part and the great part is that even though you may get teams that aren't Cinderellas, you're going to get new universities that's new to the party, right? So that's your new Cinderella. The fact that Indiana could be a champion, the fact that a small school can be a champion because now the NIL money is like the best team that money can buy, and that's just not unique to just Power 5 teams.
And the team that won the 12-5 game was High Point, and we talked about all the money that had poured into High Point this year and the fact that basically that was a school that is a college for learning how to schmooze in relationships. Like they have 2 steakhouses specifically on campus to learn how to go out to dinner with executives. I mean, it's not the worst idea in the world.
That's important.
Yes.
Networking 101.
Yes, there's a lot of that going on there. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel at 800-919-3776. Make sure that you are subscribed to ESPN New York on YouTube. Stream the full Weekday Lineup live. Watch complete replays or catch up fast with can't-miss highlights. Jump into the live chat. React in real time. Make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube now and stay locked in so you never miss a moment.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Protecting your home inside and out.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers.
Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Discover where your future can take you at SUNY Canton Spring Open House on Saturday, April 25th. Explore exciting new programs like data science and analytics and cybersecurity designed to prepare you for today's most in-demand careers. Tour campus, meet faculty, connect with current students, and sit down with financial aid representatives. Plus, attendees can enter for a chance to win a scholarship. For registration details and information about courtesy bus trips from New York, email admissions@canton.edu. SUNY Canton, your future starts here.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Evan Cohen here. You know the feeling when a candidate just stands out. Not just the resume, but their energy. They're eager, engaged, and you know they want the role. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
Now through April 23rd, get to Floor & Decor's flagship store in Brooklyn at 850 3rd Avenue. Enter the Design Your Day with K sweepstakes presented by Floor & Decor. Discover unmatched selection, unbelievable prices, plus standout looks in tile, wood, stone, and more. Explore fresh ideas, find your inspiration, and see real people, real projects. The Design Your Day with K sweepstakes, only at Floor & Decor in Brooklyn. Now through April 23rd. Visit ESPNNewYork.com for full details and rules.
He's a fan.
People just destroying Doc in the chat.
Yeah, man. Doc, Google me. Like, it's not going to end well for Doc. I mean, this is literally Doc's last coaching job. I don't see him ever being able – if he ever gets let go by Milwaukee, they decide to go in separate directions. And listen, he's made a heck of a lot of money. He's not a Hall of Famer, in my opinion, but he's a guy that, you know, I put him in the category with players that became coaches. He's up there as far as some of the best former players to coach the game. And when I say former player, I'm not just talking about guys who played really badly. Like, I'm saying like, you got to be at least like Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas, Kevin McHale. Not Kevin McHale. Yeah, Kevin McHale coached for a little bit.
J.J. Redick.
No. J.J. Redick ain't in that category. He was a role player. Doc was a little better than that. You know what I mean? Jason Kidd. He's right up there as far as his accomplishments. Yeah, as far as his accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I think at some point the game passes us all, and it's time to hand the baton to the younger generation. And he's been teetering on that for a while.
I want to play this real quick. We didn't get to Hahn's sound from yesterday, but it will hold for tomorrow. So we will play that tomorrow. But this is Monica McNutt on First Take yesterday about Giannis and a somewhat surprising take.
So this, to me, is going to be a really interesting separation potentially over the summer because I would not leverage my future. If I didn't have a team that I felt like was in a position to win now, but maybe missing a piece, and you can make the trade work in terms of what would be involved, like that's the type of team. To me, he is not worth the future of an organization right now.
Worth building around,
No,
so to speak.
I would not put him as my centerpiece.
Is that team the Knicks, Monica?
I knew this was going to happen. Did I say that? I mean, I understand.
You said missing a piece. You said missing a piece.
But here's the other part, though. If you were to honestly look at this from the Knicks lens, the future. I don't know that I like that in New York. They are in the window now to win. But when I think of the future, I just don't. I think it's going to cost too much here in New York.
And she thinks he's not a centerpiece necessarily.
That's not true. When you watched him play and he was healthy, he was dominating. He was still top 5. And this was a unhealthy year, but it also was a year in which the team held him out where he wanted to play and they didn't allow him to play. And, so much so that it cost him a lot of money with Nike as well. So is he a centerpiece? Like, at this point, you have to take advantage of the fact that you're getting a discount on Jalen Brunson. Right, and so you're going to have to dump some salary because it's going to have to be a big 3 and not a big 5 or a medium 5 or average 5. Because right now you have a lot of good players. You only have one special player, and we think that's Brunson. And you got a lot of good players, right? So go get 2 great players and then get a bunch of average to good role players to fill. I think if you get rid of – I think you can still hold on to like your mini big 3. But with 2 superstars and a great role player in OG, you can have OG, Brunson, and then you have Giannis, and then you develop some of the younger guys and count on those big guys to be great when it comes down to it.
I think if they lose in the first or second round, this is going to be talked about. This is and the Giannis thing, I think, is going to pick up a lot more steam.
And if they lose, it's going to be because somebody didn't step up to help Brunson carry the load.
Yeah, they're going to make it into a Brunson-Giannis show, and then we'll figure out the rest around it.
Right, but I think you get to hold on to OG, but the problem is with the Knicks, there's going to have to be a third or fourth team to get involved. And that last team we were talking about was Portland, who has players that want to get out like Drew Holiday. They have guys that they can absorb contracts, and they're starting over, especially without Chauncey Billups and new coach, new direction, and all that stuff.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube chat, which has been absolutely fantastic today, on fire. The Doc knocking still comes.
Yeah, well, Doc is the only thing that saved them from them knocking your ass.
Google Doc sleeping on the bench. That's rough. That is rough. The great Michael Kay is coming up in moments. Speaking of Monica McNutt, she will be on this afternoon at 4 p.m. with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. But the K-Ster is up next, right here on ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000.